On the internet.
1580thefanatic.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Having some starting trouble? We can help you out. Let's start with a free battery test. If you just need a charge, we can help with that too. And if you need a new battery, we've got a wide selection of replacement batteries starting at just $79.99. And we're the only place you can find proven tough Duralast batteries, including Duralast Platinum with AGM and EFB technology. That's why we're America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2020.
If you're considering refinancing or getting a home loan, listen up. This is Dale Hellestray, and when you need a mortgage, the team I use is led by my good friend, Jeff Locks. And here's why. Jeff and his team negotiate with over 50 lenders to find the best possible deal. Your home has gone way up in value over the past year, so why not utilize your home equity to reduce your monthly expenses or even pay off some debts? Interest rates are still at all-time lows, and if you obtained your current mortgage prior to 2020, you can save a lot of money. Here's the best part. There's absolutely no lender fees. Jeff is truly Arizona's low-cost lender with over 30 years of experience. So call Jeff Locks, and if Jeff can't save you money, you'll get a free $50 Amazon gift card. This is a winning play, so call Jeff today, 480-202-0692. That's 480-202-0692.
Jeff Locks, NMLS number 1003782, National Mortgage License number 181106, Bear Financial Group, AZMB-0904774, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Hey there, you low interest rate mortgage lovers. If you have great credit and are good with your money, I guarantee you're in the wrong loan. Maybe it's time to learn what thousands in the Valley have already figured out. On a Life Changer loan, you can pay off your mortgage in under 5 years without changing one dime of your spending habit. Plus, your monthly payments are cheaper than what you pay now. It's not magic, it's just math. So check us out at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable, and serving part-time can help you graduate debt-free. Do you want to stay close to friends and family? The Guard allows you to serve close to home. Serving part-time in the Army National Guard lets you have the life you want. Learn more by visiting nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, I don't know what is it. It's Wednesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon there pushing the buttons, and wait a second. What the hell's Phil doing here? Phil is in the studio, too.
Hi, Phil. Hi, Randy.
Honestly, did we not change the locks? Because I thought we usually change the locks when
I don't know how he got back in.
somebody.
Yeah, I don't know how he got back in, but there he is, his bright and shiny face.
As long as he's here, and still, it was a horrible camera angle. He's just like this little pinhead at the bottom of the screen, but whatever. Listen, here's what really the honest truth of what happened there is. Today, I thought I was not going to be on the show. And then we thought, well, Randy might not be on the show. And then I thought, well, maybe I will be on the show. I don't know. Then, of course, they say, well, Keon, how about you and Phil do the show? And so Keon and Phil got all gunged up and ready to do the show. And I was like, well, wait a second. I think I can do the show.
Yeah.
And then Randy says, well, if that's the case, then I'm doing the show. So now we're all doing the show. So that now you get a bonus right here. You
did say bonus. You did say bonus.
Bonus. Yes,
I like a
was
steak
trying to
with
figure.
bone in.
Yeah, we all know you like bone in. Anyway, I figure what you got here is the Daily Blender. You got me. You got
dark.
No. There's no after dark.
No.
I'm trying to say you got the basic Daily Blender. Myself, Rant and Randy. I got the new guy Keon, and then there's the bone in bonus of Phil. So you got like a little extra something here. Today is Wednesday, right? Today is Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. Hump day.
Hump day.
Ever since all the soccer moms started saying that, it stopped being cool.
Oh.
You know, happy hump day. No, that's not supposed to be something you say, lady. And at that moment, I'm like, click, done. I ain't saying that anymore. No more hump day. Whatever.
Okay. Well, that's too bad.
All right. So here's what's happening. I got good news and bad news.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the bad news first.
All right.
After having a conversation with Russ Bliss, his schedule is just too damn crazy, and he wants to come and do some fantasy football stuff with us this year, but he can't. He has some scheduling issues. If he gets them resolved, he says he will join us at some point. But right now, it's just not. It's just not in the cards. So that's the bad news. The good news is I got a pretty deep damn Rolodex, my friends, and I was able to secure a guy by the name of Siege. He goes by either Siege or CJ, and CJ is going to join us and talk some fantasy football with us. In fact, he'll introduce himself to you guys tomorrow, and we'll get a bit of a glimpse at some of the sleeper picks and some of the other ideas and options for your fantasy football season. So
that's spectacular, Jeffco. Spectacular.
Yeah. We look forward to having Russ Bliss back down the road, but right now we're very happy that now Siege is a big time fantasy football guy.
Oh, no kidding. No kidding.
Holy moly. This guy, he knows his stuff. And I had a great conversation with him earlier today. He's our kind of person, if you know what I mean. He's blender material, if you know what I mean. We will we'll wipe a little tear for Russ Bliss, but we'll welcome CJ to the show tomorrow. Let's go to the text line there. Thunder Snow says, "Filthy Speedos for life." I guess you have
I have
a
one
fan there, Phil.
I've got one fan. Woo! I found him.
Should we make a count? We just make a count. If you're a fan of Phil, text in. I'm a fan of Phil, and we're gonna count how many we can get here.
Oh, I'm honored
George,
that you think it's even beyond one.
No, I just like to humiliate you. Big George says, "Hey guys, Jeffrey, it's great to hear your voice. I thought you were going to be off today. I know, so did I. But what I had to take care of, I got taken care of, and there's no reason for me not to do a show. So here we are." King of Kitten says, "Hi Phil, hi Randy." What the hell? What about Keon?
Meow. King of Kittens.
What about
meow,
me?
Meow meow.
Radio Pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, Rainer. What the hell, King Kittens? The hell? Mr. Wilbur says, "Keon, if you were a dog," what the heck, guys, we're not doing Ask Keon questions anymore. But I guess Mr. Wilbur is not done, so let's get this over with. If you were a dog, what breed of dog would you be? He's a person.
I don't know. I can't. I don't know.
How about just what's your favorite kind of dog?
What's my favorite kind of dog? Probably golden retriever.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I could see you like that. Played full, kind of fun. Lots of energy. I could see that.
Yeah, been influenced by every Air Bud movie ever created.
Yeah, sure.
See, I never got that during my interview process. Nobody wanted to hear me be tout that I'm a wiener dog.
You opened your mouth way too early, and they just went on the attack. Nobody cared. Nobody cared at that point. They just wanted to hurt you.
That's fair.
So Keon, just so you know, my dead dog was a golden retriever.
Oh, well, I'm sure your dog was right.
That was my version of Randy's. My mom's dead.
Yeah.
Also, here's the next one. Keon, thin crust, hand tossed, or deep dish?
Oh, this is important.
He's talking about pizza. Yeah.
I mean, I usually go thin crust, even though that always gets me in trouble 100% of the time.
Good man. That's good man right there.
Mm-hmm.
No, because I eat the whole thing. That's why.
Oh, I see.
Sure.
Man. Yeah.
It's like the thin Oreos. You know what? Have you had Barrow's Pizza yet there, Keon?
Can't say that I have.
Take him to Barrow's.
We got to
can't say that I have.
Got to break him in.
You guys got to go.
Yeah. Roll Tide Ryan says, "The new guy, Keon, did you guys run off Phil already? If so, that'd take long because everybody knows you got to have tough skin to hang." No, he's right there.
He's
I don't know where he is on the screen, but we're all here.
He's right there. Yeah.
Pay attention. Yeah. Just a tip says, "I will burn Santini Brothers to the ground if that would help."
Wow.
Okay. No.
Don't do that.
No. What the hell? That definitely would not help. 0% helps.
What commitments do you have now, Russ?
Fubar 1000 says, "Hi Blender. Let's have a barbecue and we'll let Keon cook." Well, come on now. You know he can't barbecue yet. Why are you gonna be so mean?
We gotta work with Keon a little bit, yeah.
On this daily Blender draft, freaking 10th pick in my league. I guess I'm going to have to go with a kicker as my first pick. No, listen, Fubar, the 10th pick. I'm sorry, the 10th pick in the other leagues. The Premier League has 12. You guys have 10, which means you get to pick twice when it's your turn. So it's a bit of a bonus on that. Listen, I know it's not optimal, but you'll do all right. SOL says, hey, I'm a fan of Phil. Keep it to yourself. Keep what to myself?
I think he didn't want that read. I think that's the equivalent to.
Oh, you guys, listen, if you were going to ask me to not read something out loud, you got to lead with that. You got to say, don't read this out loud. And then I don't. But now you did it backwards. Thunder, the Santa Barbarian says, I'm a fan of Phil, but only if he loses to my team in Blender League 5. By the way, Jeffrey, I see you're wearing a Speedo that Phil got you for Christmas in your League 5 posts.
What?
Okay. Guys, again, for the bazillionth time, that's Phil's team. I have nothing to do with the team name or the Speedo or anything else. He 100% runs that team. All I do is make sure there's no, trickery and other things in the league. So I know my name is there, but it's not me.
But one can dream.
What's going to happen is this happens the last few seasons. Hey, I whooped your ass, Jeffrey. Woo, I can't believe you're so bad at fantasy football. I'm like, no, that was Big George. Go yell at the 7-foot tall guy because that had nothing to do with me. Mr. Wilbur says, Randy, Barrow's Pizza will sell you the dough, and then you can take it home and make your own pizza and cook it on the grill. Did you know you can make grilled?
I did know you can actually put it on the smoker. And I have a pizza stone that my lovely wife, Miss Kim, gave to me for Christmas, and I've been itching to try it out. And so that's really Burroughs will give you the dough. All right, I'll have to check
That's impressive.
They'll sell you the dough. I don't think they just give it to you.
They're going to just hand me the dough. I think that's fantastic. Great. Okay. Next time we go to Burroughs, I'm going to say, hey, somebody told me you're just going to give me a pan of dough so I could go home and smoke all my pizzas and sell it to my neighbor. That's fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah. I'd say go for it. 888-368-1580. Oh, by the way, I guess there's a Rattlers playoff game on Sunday.
How about that?
And, I got a pair of tickets to give away. There we go. So I don't know. We'll just do that now, or do you want to do it later in the show? When do we ought to give this away?
I think we should sometime between now and the end 6 o'clock. Yeah.
We could do it between now and 6 o'clock tomorrow, technically, if we want. But I kind of like to get this taken care of today.
Sometime between now and 6 o'clock, be listening for your chance to win these very highly coveted, highly sought after Rattlers playoff tickets.
I have no idea who they're playing, but I'm pretty sure they'll be winning.
It's the playoffs. Does it matter?
The game is on Sunday at 3 p.m. at the Foot Fungus Arena in downtown Phoenix. So, Keon, you went to the Rattlers game the other day. That was a whole lot of fun. And how are the concessions? Was there? Tell us about your actual experience, other than the fact that it was just a whole lot of offense and a whole lot of fun to watch.
It was a fun experience. Didn't really get to the concessions because they looked quite pricey, and I'm still broke. But no, the game was great. The fans were the highlight for me. I think a lot of heckling. We were really close to where the Frisco Fighters players were standing, so a lot of the fans and the players were going back and forth and getting into it. Fantastic atmosphere for football, and getting fired up for football season. That was a perfect lead-in.
Yeah, it's a nice appetizer for the NFL action. Big George, I was just using your name as a joke. I did. He's like, I was pretty good last year in fantasy football. I led the league in the entire season, but I lost the playoffs to Raven Kidd, who had a monster game. Yeah. So you don't worry, Jeffrey. I'll honor the name of O'Brien in this league. It's not necessary, but thank you. I've just, sorry. Yeah. Sometimes if I use somebody's name just sort of as an aside or a joke, it doesn't go over well. By the way, Keon, it happened today. I called our boy here at the house, Keanu. I called him Keon. I said, Keon, get in here. Oh, damn it. I knew that was going to happen. I was more worried I'd call you Keanu, but I haven't yet. Ukalamak says, hey, Randy. Hi, Keon. Maybe Radio Pal can explain when the fantasy draft is.
What's going on?
Guys, it says it on your damn fantasy.
When you got there's a countdown.
So I believe it's this Saturday
at noon for everybody. I mean, unless somebody complains about it and says, well, League 3 wants to move it to whatever time for this reason. Okay. But, right now we're all drafting at noon on Saturday. Period.
Didn't you say that's what screwed you up last year? Or 2 years ago that you had all the drafts at the same time?
When we had the big party.
Oh, I see.
And everybody was together. So as I was trying to help people, I got distracted on that. So this, it's just online. So I don't got to worry about it.
Fair enough.
I might offset the Premier League draft just in case. We may change the time on that. I don't know. I guess I should figure it out pretty quick since it's only a few days from now, huh?
Right. Yeah.
You might want to get on that, Jeffrey.
Yeah. Papa Mike says, Keon, my new friend, still broke, huh? You're in radio. You will always be broke.
Yep, it's true.
Yeah, but that couple of weeks you're working before the first paycheck, you're like really, really broke.
Yeah, and stick with us, kid. You won't be broke forever. Radio Ron says, let's keep our super fans engaged. How about giving them tickets away? The 5 p.m. versus, okay, Radio Ron's drinking. I'm not quite sure what he's saying. He says we should give that pair of tickets away, I think, in the 5 o'clock hour. The game, it's the Rattlers versus the Sioux Falls Storm.
There we go.
Brilliant. That's what he meant to say.
Brilliant man
Sioux
there.
Falls Storm. I can hear it now as they enter the arena. The thunder pours over the sound system.
And it suddenly goes into a drizzle as the Rattlers beat the living hell out of them. 888-368-1580. Fubar 1000 says, so Keon, if you had the 10th pick, who would you pick first? Wide receiver, running back, tight end, or a barbecue grill? Wait, what?
I might go with the barbecue grill.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, then I can learn how to grill.
Says every fantasy ranking I see has Dalvin Cook as second or third overall. That dude is an injury magnet. You guys buying that? No, I saw Dalvin Cook up that high. I wasn't buying that. Absolutely. It would not be one of my first picks.
Well, if you look at last year, he only missed 2 games, which if you can guarantee me that a player at any position is only going to miss 2 games for the entirety of the year, even look at somebody like Julio Jones. The problem wasn't that he missed a lot of games. He was, but the problem was that you wouldn't find out about his injury until game time. So if you can tell me ahead of time that they're only going to miss 2 games and that you'll know when those are, which was the case with Dalvin Cook, then I'm fine with that. I will take that.
I don't know. There's some players I don't feel comfortable with right away after injury. I mean, especially a running back. That is always a bit of a concern. I'm going to be a little slow, but we're talking about how far up he is, Phil. Not is he a good choice as a fantasy football player, but how high up he is in the rankings. Maybe not going to be one of my first choices, to be honest. Even if I had that, I have a number 9 pick, so it doesn't matter what I think.
Yeah, but, thanks, Jeffrey.
I don't think that would be a guy I would. If I had the first, second, third, fourth pick, not thinking Dalvin Cook is going to be my guy. Don't know. Big George says League One wants to have their draft at 12 midnight, since that's when I'm the most active. Just kidding. That wouldn't be very fair. No, that wouldn't. And I wouldn't do it anyway. T-Bone says, I got my Rattler tickets, and yes, they play the Sioux Falls Storm. See, Randy, I think we got it wrong. It's not the Storm, it's the Strom, according to T-Bone's text.
The Strom?
I don't even like Strom Thurmond. They're named after that old racist politician.
Stromboli.
That's an interesting name.
Yeah, I'd say that was weird, but Stromboli makes more sense. The Berg says Phil's name on that Zoom is outstanding. Suck it, Phil.
Missed you too, Berg.
888-368-1580. All right. So did I cover everything? Yeah, we're good. All right. So the NBA is a ways away from starting back up again. I mean, October, right? Is it? Did they change the schedule back to normal? Are we looking at normal NBA schedules now, or are they still weirdly offset because of the whole COVID thing?
I think we're still just a little bit off, but it's closer to normal than it was a year ago.
Yes.
Well, the Caesar Sportsbook has already come out with a win total for every team in this upcoming season. And I just was kind of curious if you guys, think the over or under on some of this, because that's basically what this is all about, right? I mean, let's take a look at some of our teams. Phoenix Suns, they put it 50.5 wins. Is that too high or too low, Randy?
Well, I mean, last season was extraordinary for the Phoenix Suns. It might be just a little high, probably 48 to 45. I would probably say for the Phoenix Suns. That would be my thoughts.
I kind of feel like the over in regular season. Keon, where are you at? Suns, 50.5 games, over, under.
I'm gonna go. Man, that's tough.
Yeah, that's right.
This is where Vegas is. I'll still probably go over.
Really? Okay. All right.
Yeah, just over.
Yeah, because he's an insufferable suck up and he wants everybody listening to like him.
Well, no, I just think they have a really good basketball team like they did, last year because I have eyeballs and I watched the game, Jeffrey, because I watched the game.
And it's not only
It's
that.
a damn good thing you're not sensitive.
The Lakers have hired, Westbrook. The Warriors are going to have their team kind of back in order and healthy. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park like it was this year for the Phoenix Suns. 45, 48 wins, maybe. Probably good
Suns
for us.
hater, Phil. What do you say?
Yeah, I was wondering when you were going to waltz around to me. Yeah, I do have the under on this. I do think that Chris Paul had an unusual year in that he was healthy for the majority of it. And I think that that's what we all predicted last year. I do think that they will be a great regular season team, but I believe that the Lakers and Warriors are in that division, meaning that they'll have more games against them. And the Warriors this year will have we have to project full strength. And if that's the case, I think that you'll get a few more wins than you did last year against them in a competitive series. So I would go under, but it's not too far under.
Of course you're going under. All right, well, listen, that's fine. But, we come back. Let's talk about some of the other teams that these Suns had to go up against last year. And we'll even talk about the horrible Lakers a little bit too. We'll talk about the West. And honestly, a lot of these teams are very, very close. So kind of feel like Caesar Sportsbook is just laying this thing up a little bit. Let's talk about it when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Because there's only one you, Views Alto is the vape as unique as you are. With Views by You, you can make your unique mix with any of 4 colors, 3 flavors, 3 nicotine levels, and infinite wrap designs. So how will you do you? Make Views Alto a vape that is yours. In store now. Discover more at Views.com. Views. Charge beyond. Vapor products. Underage sale prohibited. Website and offers restricted to age 21 and over tobacco consumers.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Having some starting trouble? We can help you out. Let's start with a free battery test. If you just need a charge, we can help with that too. And if you need a new battery, we've got a wide selection of replacement batteries starting at just $79.99. And we're the only place you can find proven tough Duralast batteries, including Duralast Platinum with AGM and EFB technology. That's why we're America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2020.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer. And your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Football is starting soon, and your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56. The Fanatic wants to make your business a part of the action. Advertise your business on all the primetime NFL games, Monday, Thursday, and Sunday during the regular season. Here's the game plan. Your custom-produced radio commercial will air 2, even 3 times in every game. Plus, your business is branded during dozens of weekly NFL promos on the station, stream, app, and website. And you'll get commercial reads live during our morning and afternoon drive shows each week promoting your business. Don't forget about special teams. Your business gets 5 extra daily spots throughout the week and matching spots on our live stream website and on the 1580 The Fanatic Sports app. Plus, you can play defense against your competition and lock them out with our category exclusive option play. All this for the best deal ever. Now, even your small business can play with the pros. Go to 1580thefanatic.com for all the info and details. Is your business ready for football season? Go to 1580thefanatic.com and get in the game today. This coming fall, the bone-crushing hits, the heart-shattering last-second losses. QT dropped the ball, then picked up. There it goes! Philippines free for 6. Long bombs, quick hits, bubble screens, draw plays, slant patterns, the cover 2, nickel defenses, zone blitzes, spies, edge rush, and Mike linebackers. It's NFL football, and it's coming back exclusively to the Fanatic.
here on 15 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And all right, if you haven't done it yet, come on, man. What do you guys need to remember to do it? Because we need you to remember to do it. What am I talking about? You got to go to 1580thefanatic.com and you got to get hooked up with the 1580 The Fanatic Harman Solar Fan Pick'em Challenge. That's right. You got to get over there, click on the link, the Harman Solar logo thing, and you got to get yourself over to 1580thefanatic.com's page that has the pool number and the password and all the links and information. And if you can get in there and get that all set up, you can win $1,580. You could win a $500 second prize, a $1,580 for first prize. And, you can't win it if you don't get in it and you don't play it. Keon got all signed up. Was it hard, Keon? Was it hard to get signed up for the Harman Solar Fan Pick'em contest?
Not at all. It took me less than 3 minutes.
Right. And if you did it last year, even easier. Why? Because you're still in that system. You're ready to go. Just make sure you get over there and just double check it. Make sure everything is working out all right. And, you got yourself another season of fun picking against us hosts as well as your fellow listeners. Last year, I won the whole damn thing, but I didn't get one penny. It was the second place person got the first place prize. Third place person got the second place prize. I got nothing but props. And I'm okay with that because this is for you guys. $1,580 on the line for first place, $500 for second. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com for your chance to win. All right, so we were talking about how the Caesar Sportsbook has projected the win totals for every team in the upcoming season. They put the Phoenix Suns at 50.5. 50.5. And I'm feeling the over on that. I'm not saying it's going to be like ridiculously over. I'm not saying it's going to be crushingly over, but I'm saying it's over. Of course, Phil hates the Suns and he hates puppies and hates pie and everything we love. But
I love pie.
He's going under because he, of course, thinks the Los Angeles Lakers will be over 51.5 games. Isn't that right, Phil?
You know what? I do believe that they'll be a top 3 team, but I honestly don't know if they'll be above that. I think that the West will be incredibly close and competitive this year. I think I would say the over, but only by a game, not like by leaps and bounds.
All right. So I think that the old ass Lakers are going to drop under 51.5.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
I think there's not enough Geritol on the West Coast to keep that Laker team from breaking down and losing a bunch of games. What do you say, Randy?
Well, I still think the Lakers are going to be a good team. And now that you've added Westbrook to the mix, you made some tweaks and adjustments. I think the Lakers, if they can stay healthy, if AD can stay healthy, if you can keep this team from their egos from imploding, I think the Lakers will be a team to be worried about. The one team that I'm really kind of thinking is going to step to the front. Look, the Clippers were almost there. They re-signed Kawhi. They got Paul George. They've added some guns. And I think the Warriors are going to be much improved next season. This Western Conference is not for the weak-hearted. I think they're going to beat each other up, just kind of like what's happening in the NFC West as well. I think these teams are going to be very elite, and that could bring their overall win-loss records down a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah, I feel like the West dominance is very apparent, except for the old-ass Lakers. I don't know, Phil, what do you say about the Lakers? 51.5 seem a bit high to you?
No, I do think that they'll go above that. I think that this is a regular
I thought
season.
I said Keon. Pretty sure I said Keon.
No,
you
said Phil.
You said Phil. Yeah.
Oh, I meant to say, I'm sorry. I meant to say Keon. I was a little distracted here. So we know what you think, Phil. Shut up.
51.5 seems really high to me, given how this team is. Because Randy said, well, if Anthony Davis can stay healthy and if LeBron can stay healthy, that's a whole lot of ifs for a team that hasn't stayed healthy. That's just not what they do. You bring in Russell Westbrook because he's going to be the regular season Iron Man. He'll probably win you some more games that you dropped last year, but that still doesn't, to me, put this team in a place where I'm comfortable picking them to win more than 51 games because of the health. Like it just has to be there, and it's usually not.
Okay, so Phil, now you can go ahead and talk. When it comes to these Lakers, and everybody's expecting that there's going to be a lot of breakdowns. There's going to be injuries. There's going to be time management. There's going to be this and that. How can you know that and still say over on 51.5 games?
Because I think Keon would know this better than us even, is that, yes, while I can predict that for Anthony Davis, I would hope that bringing in the hardest working player in NBA, Russell Westbrook, has that moniker for a reason. And LeBron James, and seeing the results of what he did last year, coming in out of shape, I would hope that he's able to work this offseason and was able to get his body to a point where he can endure the longevity of an entire season. Even if he doesn't do that, let's assume that he doesn't. He has an injury plagued season like last year. I get Russell Westbrook in there. Now, Russell Westbrook carries a major load. He was out for the beginning of last year for the Washington team, the Wizards. Yeah.
LeBron's not home anymore, man. That ain't LeBron anymore, man. He can't do the things he used to do. He's not the LeBron James you remember. You're gonna have to let him go because he came back and he
Jack and Rose off the Titanic. I gotta let him go.
That's right. Goodbye. Yeah, you gotta say goodbye. You gotta let him go down to the bottom of the damn ocean. LeBron he's still probably going to be a goodish player.
So
he's still a factor, but he's not LeBron James anymore.
Oh my God. He was in MVP form just as close as, last year before the All-Star break.
Old man Bronny. Yeah, he's not young, and it all of that has become very apparent. Even in Tom Brady, he's like, wow, after that knee surgery, it was hard to get back into football shape. It was harder than I expected. And it's like Father Time catches up to you. And I think that Father Time has kind of snuck up on LeBron. You are not going to see him play the way you're used to, and you're going to have to let go of that.
Even if he drops, right, from top player in the league, undisputed, everybody wants him. He runs the NBA. Even if he goes from
3 years ago.
Oh, stop it. He was there even 2 years ago, and then there for half a season last year. Even if he drops from that to, top 10 in the league, top 10, I still have faith that team is a great regular season team.
And I will throw Phil a bone here that LeBron did average 25 points a game last year. It wasn't like he completely fell off a cliff. He just wasn't.
Did I say he was horrible? I said he's not LeBron anymore. LeBron from the past did better than 25 points a game.
Yeah. I just think that this LeBron, if you give him a Russell Westbrook and let Russ be the guy that does all the energy stuff that LeBron used to be able to do, LeBron can pick his spots and be effective. I just don't think that you can do that for 51 games.
I will give you this. The man will put a dagger in your heart shooting a three sometimes. You're like, how in the hell did that just happen? So yeah, all right. No, okay, maybe okay. All right, okay. But still, no, okay. No. Gonna take the under.
I'm just not gonna bet on a guy going into year 18 of his career being just as good as he was 10 years ago.
I feel like the Lakers 51.5 is too high. Do we all agree that the Clippers 45.5 games? Sounds about right. Maybe a little high, actually.
I would say that's right about where I was expecting them to be. Yeah.
That seems really high. Kawhi's not playing this year.
I would go under on that, guys.
Kawhi's not playing this year.
That at least until the All-Star break. At minimum.
Right. If Kawhi plays at the All-Star break, he will be well ahead of schedule for his torn ACL. I don't expect him to play. And this is one of those weird things where the Clippers kind of have to pay him to not be healthy, which is the story of Kawhi Leonard. And I just don't know that a Paul George-led Clippers team is going to be able to win 45 games in the Western Conference.
How dare you, Keon? They got the legend Eric Bledsoe in there to help shoulder the load.
I'm sorry. The player that I like the way that Eric Bledsoe plays. He's a very hardworking guy, great defender, but he shoots bricks. Just
in the playoffs specifically.
I mean, in the playoffs specifically, but any other time really also. He's just not a shooter. That's what this team needs, and they don't have Kawhi.
The Golden State Warriors, somebody brought them up and said, it's going to be a big deal. Is it?
Oh,
Are they? Really?
Well, I think Klay Thompson's return. I think the way this team worked hard last year. Look what they did towards the end of the season when they all started playing together. You had the rookies that were playing well with Steph. You had Steph, who, if he hadn't suffered some of those injuries early on in the season, who knows if the Warriors would have made it. So look, I give the Warriors a chance, a boxer's chance here to be around at playoff time. And I think, what do they have? 45
49 and a half.
49 and a half.
Ooh, wow.
I think that's maybe a bit high, but we'll have to see how this team plays out and how the games go. But 49, it might be a bit high for the Warriors right now.
I think what they're doing, what Vegas is doing right now, because that feels very expensive for the team as currently constructed. But I think they're hedging their bets because it feels as if the Warriors are the favorites to get Ben Simmons. And if Ben Simmons goes to the Warriors team, say what you will about the playoffs. I think that's a separate discussion. But Ben Simmons in the regular season where there's no pressure whatsoever, a defensive all-star and a first team all defensive playing point guard / point forward, whatever you want to call him, I think that team can certainly make damage and make hay in the regular season.
But Ben Simmons turned into a phantom in the postseason.
In the postseason, though, Randy. In the postseason.
Turned into a damn phantom.
But
he had the chance to slam that ball home in that one game, and he took the layup and still missed it.
But it's perfect because he's playing with the Warriors. No one's going to ask Ben Simmons to shoot. Just pass the ball and play defense.
That's true.
Yeah, so a couple things about the Warriors in that situation. One, Draymond Green has said some stuff hanging around.
You don't say.
Kevin Durant, and so maybe he won't be around. Maybe Ben Simmons is the new Draymond Green. Can Ben Simmons play the part of Draymond Green?
I think so. Not the emotional part, but he can play the physical part of what Draymond physically brings you to the team. Yes.
Yeah, he can guard your best player. He can rebound because he's actually forward sized. And he's got the thing that makes Draymond special is that for a guy that is a rebounding defensive player, he's a very good passer and a ball handler. Ben Simmons is that, but better. What they need to do is get Ben Simmons out of his head and say, dude, if you're open, can you just shoot the three? Just see if it goes in.
I don't want Kerr really was a coach of the year, then that he should be able to handle that, right?
It's true. He should be able to. Whenever it's such a difference going from even the second option at worst is what you'd be in Philly, which I think that on that team, since he's homegrown, since he's a first round overall pick that he was in Philadelphia, if he were to go to Golden State, where he would be the absolute clear third option, especially scoring option on that team with all deference in the world to them, I think that that would be a good fit for the team and for himself, including his psyche.
Are you ready for the highest over-under in the NBA for the next season?
Yeah.
It is the Brooklyn Nets, 54.5 games.
Well,
54.5 wins next season for the Brooklyn Nets. Is that too high, too low?
Got to think the big three are going to be healthy going into the season. You got to think they have to be the favorite to have the highest over/under. I mean, I would say that's on the money. I would say, yeah, I'd put money on that.
Yeah, I think the Nets go over because they only need two of those three guys to be healthy. And honestly, Kevin was able to stay healthy once he's been recovering from the Achilles, and the more he's been separated from that injury, the healthier he's been able to stay long term. So you really only need James to be as healthy, and then Kyrie's going to be in and out of the lineup because that's just his life. But can this team do that in an Eastern Conference where there are just a lot of teams to beat up on? Yeah, they absolutely can.
Well, the Milwaukee Bucks have 53.5 as their over under, but I guess that's probably expected when you've won the NBA Finals. But I don't know. I don't know how much I would bet these. Do you bet much on win totals? Because I feel like that's anything could happen. You know, that's a dangerous bet to make. Because anything could happen over the course of a season. Injuries have been things popped up the most in this conversation. So I don't know how brave I am to put a bet down on the over/under on a team's wins for a season.
Usually, my suggestion would be never bet on a team that has a high win total like the Brooklyn Nets, because one injury goes away, and as we saw last year, the Brooklyn Nets, even though they achieved a lot of what they wanted to in year one, they end up with 48 wins. I think what you look for are the next team, the team that you can project or that you feel confident in that they'll be in playoff mode, a la the Atlanta Hawks last year. If you'd have asked me before the season, I would have told you that the Atlanta Hawks look to be a team that can make that come up, make that step up, and would far and exceed their win total. Or if you're looking in the opposite and say, you know what, the Miami Heat, I think that they get too much of a win total prior to last year. Because they overachieved from where they were, they look to be on the far low side. So look for those values in wins where you think that there's a drastic turn either way, but otherwise don't go up and down the list saying, well, I'm going to bet them on the up and them on the low or whatever. Trying to predict every single one, no, but look for the ones that you feel are outrageous one way or the other.
Another good rule of thumb is bet what you know. Because
true. It's true.
Now, without looking, I don't know if you guys brought this up or not from the Caesar Sportsbook. If you did, don't look. Who do you think the most craptastic team is for wins next season? Guess.
My guess. Can I guess? I'm going to go with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Cleveland Cavaliers have a 25.5 over under. They are not the lowest.
They're not the lowest. Okay.
Keon, want to take a guess?
I'll go Orlando Magic.
Orlando Magic, 24.5.
That's a good guess.
Is not the lowest.
Wow.
How about the Charlotte? What are they called this week?
Charlotte
Hornets.
Yeah,
It's actually 10 games better. They're actually giving them 36.5.
no kidding.
Yeah. The ball guys really good.
The Oklahoma City Thunder.
Wow.
22.5 wins is what the Caesar
Oklahoma
Sportsbook
City.
has for them.
Wow.
That's true.
You know what? Who still plays there anymore?
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's the only one I can name.
Oh, Moses Brown, I think, also plays there.
It's Moises.
Moises.
There's an I in there. It's Moises. So, all right, guys, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk a little more NBA and stuff. I have some Major League Baseball on the way, too, for you, Randy, and a metric load of NFL football fun. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Summertime tips from
El
Paul,
Finette.
Kristen, and Dexter at Total Wine and More.
Topping your burger with grilled onions and blue cheese? Take it to the next level with Carbon Cabernet Reserve, rated 92 points, an incredible value.
And nothing beats a buttery Chardonnay with grilled corn on the cob.
Feeling adventurous? Come on in. Let's try a smoky mezcal for mind-blowing margaritas.
Now you can order delivery for as low as $4.99 for a limited time. Find out if your area qualifies at TotalWine.com. Drink responsibly, B21.
Your best plan to retire might be right under your roof. This is Rob Canyer, and for over 20 years, I've helped people discover how they can utilize a portion of their equity in their home as a coordinated strategy in retirement planning, thus creating additional monthly cash flow, paying less taxes, and making their retirement assets last longer. This is a safe and proven retirement strategy for qualified homeowners age 62 and older. All you have to do is reverse your thinking. Call me, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the Main Event here on 1580 The Fanatic. Coming up on Thursday at 1 p.m., we'll have Chief and Steven's review on the third week of Hard Knocks. Does this week change Steven's mind on the Cowboys? Major League Baseball playoff news, farm system rankings for those waiting for the young D-backs to help the team, NBA news, projected wins, and all the NFL news going into preseason week number 3. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the Main Event, Thursday, 1 p.m. on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard. Aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Contractors, are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go. Serving all types of contractors of any size, licensed in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit CBIalliance.com.
Your home for NASCAR. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Let's go to the text line and get ourselves caught up. Right now, we've been talking about the NBA win totals according to the Caesar Sportsbook. Some seem like they're okay. Some seem like they're a bit generous. Some seem like they're a bit stingy. Let's go to the text line, 888-368-1580. Yankees Evil Empire says, be nice to Phil. Time expired at the end of Friday's show, though, so shut the hell up, Phil. You got that in. Thundar Santa Barbarian says, if I had the first pick in Blender League 5, I would pick Drew Lock as my quarterback. Alas, he'll be gone by the time I get to make my first selection because the guy with the first pick in League 5 is really clever, and he will certainly pick Drew Lock when he gets his first start of the draft. I don't think that's going to work, Thundar.
Yeah, because I don't have the first overall pick in that draft if he's referring to me. And also it was
he's saying anyone would be a fool not to take it.
I see now. Yes, of course, especially since he's now officially the backup to Teddy Bridgewater.
He's number 2 now.
Yeah. So it's a real subtle move. Nobody would see it coming. Nobody.
Listen, Vic Fangio is a strategical genius. And if he has declared Teddy Bridgewater the starter, that means one thing.
What does that mean?
Drew Lock is your man.
Oh, boy.
Vic Fangio is playing three-dimensional chess while the rest of us play checkers.
Yep. Right. Mm-hmm. He's absolutely right. And we don't even have enough checkers for the board compared to Mr. Fangio.
Yep, that's true.
Ukulamak says, oh, God, Phil's there. Shut the hell up. Fubar 1000 says, well, welcome to the show, Keon. And by the way, hi, Phil. Oh, look, it wasn't me. Just a tip says, Keon, what is your relationship with the WNBA star Tina Charles?
What? I like the Mystics. That's all. I'm guessing this my Twitter page, my banner up top is Tina Charles of the Washington Mystics because it was the summer and the Nationals stink. So I put the WNBA team up.
So do you know her?
Not personally, no.
Have you met her?
No.
Would you like to meet her?
She seems pretty cool, yeah.
Well, behind this door.
Well, what I'm asking is, do you want to date her?
Do I want to date Tina? Hadn't crossed my mind, but
would she want to date you?
I
Not
don't
that there's
think
anything
so.
wrong with you. It's just your being a man might be a hitch in the plan.
Oh, I see.
I mean, I won't know either way. I will say that
she might. I don't know.
I
honestly
don't know
the
either.
answer.
If she were to go with you to a Rattlers game, would you then buy some concessions?
Sure.
How tall is she, by the way?
I don't know, but
how do you have her up as a picture on your Twitter and you don't know anything about her, Keon?
I have a feeling Keon just put it up.
What do you mean don't know anything about her? I just don't know how tall she is.
How tall is she?
Is that everything about her?
How many points did she average last year?
Something important.
Well,
what's her
because
point
she's a good player on the team.
Keon, I don't want to even look at you. See, don't look at me. Look at me. Do not look at the computer screen. How many points did she average last year?
Did she average last year? I don't know.
Oh, so okay.
I just watched the games.
It seems like a one-sided relationship.
Obviously, you saw her and you thought, and you put her up as your Twitter picture there.
I don't think he did that.
Whatever team is in season that happens to be the best team, that's the player that's at the top banner of my Twitter profile. Are
you intimidated because she's probably taller than you?
No, that does not intimidate me at all. No.
Yeah, I've ask around. I've heard she's worth the climb. Absolutely. Keon.
You didn't know who Tina Charles was like 5 minutes ago.
I have no idea. I have zero idea. I was assuming she's playing the basketball, so she should be taller than you.
Yeah, it's the
she might
NFL
not
is
be.
the NFL is about to be in season. It'll be somebody from the football team on the top banner.
So I guess we'll ask you all these same questions about whoever you put on the top banner.
Why?
I don't know.
Why? Because
to harass him? Why
Yeah,
would you
it's like,
ask me that, Randy?
Why would Jeffrey
He hasn't even been here a month. and we're
viciously
already
troll
going,
me? Because
we're
that's
already going after him here.
that is his personality. I knew what I was walking into when I took this job.
Just a tip says you got to check out Keon's Twitter page. What is that again? At Stormy Weather. What is it?
At Sports Cloud.
Oh, at Sports Cloud. Yeah.
Yeah, be careful
all
over
right,
there.
so-
You'll send people to at Stormy Daniels or something.
Here are the stats. She is 6'2",
That's not
195
bad.
pounds. Beautiful woman, but might be outlet wrong voltage.
Okay, come on.
That is a
You leave Tina
interesting
Charles
way of putting
alone.
it. Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
that's fine if she is. Who cares? It's just
Love
doesn't
conquers
do-
all, Keon. Love
doesn't do-
conquers all.
Well, not everything.
Okay, it's a good thing it's not love, and I'm just a fan of the team.
All right,
though,
all right, Keon, let me help you. What position does she play?
Power forward.
There you go.
What position?
We're still
can
talking
she play?
basketball, right?
We are still talking basketball.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh boy.
Just want to be sure.
Oh boy.
Good God.
Hefty Lefty says, I'm really tempted to make all my picks for the year right now and then just let it ride all season and see how I do. But then again, I really want to win that 30 pack of Bud Light for third place. Or, well, you could also shoot for $1,580. Yeah, but you do you, Hefty Lefty. You do you. Fish Tank says the Lakers are going to be resting that retirement home of a team all season. While they may be much better and be a good enough to be over, the Stars are not going to play enough to push them over 51 and a half games.
I don't know about that. I think this was pretty shady on the part of the Los Angeles Lakers to bring in Westbrook. Like you guys have said, one of the hardest workers in the game. Guy averages a triple-double every night. Takes the pressure, Keon, I think you said, off of LeBron having to be out there on the court for so many minutes. If Anthony Davis can stay healthy, I think this is an upside for the Lakers. Yeah, they're older. But, sometimes old guys rule. I think you should watch out for them. That's all I'm saying.
They might rest both Anthony Davis and LeBron here and there, but they might actually just utilize Russ and play him heavy minutes for the entire regular season. So that way, when it comes to postseason, he'll be too tired to actually take all the shots and take all the
Russ?
rebounds. Yeah,
Russ
Russ.
will?
Impossible.
No.
Impossible.
Tire the kid out.
Yeah,
and then
tire
you
him
don't
out.
play.
Let him
Russ-
go off during the regular season, and then have him there in spots for the postseason.
Russ didn't play all the games for the Wizards because he did start off with some injuries. But once he did start playing, he played every game to the end of the season and still had enough energy left in the
nearly
playoffs.
swept out in the first round. Do I remember that right?
Oh, you know what? We won game one. So he shot a bunch of threes in that series too. So I don't know if you can tire out Russ. I don't think that's possible.
Hi, I'm LeBron James for Centrum Silver. Roll Tide Ryan says the 2021 Lakers, sponsored by AARP and Life Alert, will win 40 to 43 games, and that's
Boy.
40
40
to
to 40.
hardcore
Get
Laker
out
fan.
of here.
Wow, 40 to 43.
Get out of here.
He's a hardcore Laker fan. You can't tell him to get out of here.
That's a
He was there
low ball.
before you were, you bandwagon son of a bitch.
I can't wait to hear what Ralph from Harmon's got to say about this Lakers team.
Well, he feels very confident at 13-4 for the Seattle Seahawks. So I'm sure that he'll be completely reasonable for the Lakers.
No, yeah, he beat
65 games. I'll take the over. Prison Wallet says, you lied, Jeffrey. You lied. He's still here. I'll check back next month. Okay.
I really
No
leave him
Show says, I'd like to be in a blender league, but don't want any part of League 8. What the hell are you? Why wouldn't you want any part of League 8? No Show. He says League 8 is rigged. Well, okay. Well, I don't know for a fact that it's rigged, but I'm just a little bit curious about the people who are in there. If somebody had doubled up,
is rigged. In what manner?
Well, I was worried that maybe some people in there went in twice.
Oh,
so
that's the suspicious league.
But I've asked a couple of people in there, and I've been assured that it's not. In fact, Big Steve from the main event just joined up in the League 8. So I'm just saying. I've got a verification. So if there's anybody doing anything silly, I'll know about it real quick and veto everything. So you can be safe in there. And B, I don't remember what B was. Deflated Balls says, I sure hope Phil's new job works out. That's a way of him saying he doesn't want you back. Senior Wake and Bake says, sup, Jeffrey, Keon, Fathead Phil. Hey, are you guys avoiding talking about football since you know your teams are struggling before the season even starts? Woo, go Niners, he says. And hi, Randy.
Howdy.
No, we're not avoiding it. There's more to life than just football. We've got plenty of time to talk football. And I just saw this thing with the basketball. Keon, you had something you wanted to talk about in basketball, but I don't remember what
it was. Sports Illustrated did the Western Conference offseason grades for all of the teams.
Yeah.
And in the West particularly. And so the Suns got a B grade from Sports Illustrated.
All right, not bad.
They were able to get Chris Paul back. They were able.
What the Lakers get?
The Lakers grade
A+.
Should I be able to find it here?
It'll be A+.
No. They got an O for old.
It's a C-. It's a C-. Sports Illustrated, not thrilled with the age of the team. 36-year-old Trevor Ariza, 35-year-old Dwight Howard. Obviously, we know LeBron's old. Obviously, Anthony Davis is made out of glass. That's their conclusion, essentially, is that this team is old.
That is a reputable source, Phil. You have to just face facts. Your team, while in some ways having thousands of years of basketball experience is a good thing, in this situation, I'm thinking it's a bad thing.
A reputable source is a magazine that got canceled because they have no idea because they're still making magazines and printing them out.
What?
Sports
They
Illustrated.
got canceled.
Sports Illustrated. They don't even. All they
Sounds
sell
like
now is.
this is relevant information they just put out on their World Wide Web. What are you talking about,
They've
Phil?
made the switch over to the internet.
They do both.
The only time that they make headlines anymore is
For
whenever
guys
they have
my age, they
swimsuit
still
models.
print out the magazines, especially
Yeah.
around the swimsuit time, and the rest of the time it's all digital.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say it. Our team doesn't look that good in a swimsuit, but we'll kick your butt on the court.
If you can make it onto the court without any injuries.
I think they
Game
got
one, I
Uncle
feel good
Drew
about.
on the loop in the locker room just for inspiration. Senior Wake and Bake says, I read that one. Randy. Yeah. Bruno Baller says, hey, Jeffrey, you're here today. Was I mistaken, or did you say you wouldn't be here today? I thought you mentioned that. Yeah, I thought I wasn't going to. It's a long story. Thought I would be, then I was, and then I wasn't. Then Randy wasn't, then he was, and then Phil showed up, and then this happened. So that's what's going on. Bruno Baller, thanks for your concern.
Yeah.
Good Cat says, happening, gentlemen. Why the hell do I hear Phil?
That would be some weird
because
interference.
Jeffrey wasn't supposed to be here, and now he is, and I was supposed to be here, and then I wasn't, and now I am. And so Jeffrey, making some quick moves like he always does, got from the free agent pool, brought Phil in to replace me. But I wasn't supposed to be here, but now I am here. So Phil's here as well, and so therein lies the story.
I think for the rest of the show, we're just going to say Keon does an amazing Phil impersonation.
Just fantastic.
That way we don't have to explain this over and over.
Yeah.
Thundar Santa Barbarian says, sorry this is late. It's been a busy week, but welcome to the show, Keon. And thank you for Scherzer and Trey Turner.
Oh, boy.
You're welcome.
Dodger fan.
That hurt. And I saw Trey Turner. He hit a homer basically the same day he got traded. That hurt my heart.
Trey Turner's essentially in the MVP race, man. He's in the MVP friggin' race, and you traded him away.
Well, they traded the whole team away. What do you want me to do?
It's called selling, man. They're selling.
They suck. They have to trade everybody away so you can try and get pieces to not suck again.
Guess the Cook says, is it a man card violation to blast Highway to Hell in the parking lot while you're picking up your kids from school? Asking for a friend.
No,
man. That's a highway to awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You pull up there, you crank some metal and show them little, I'm going to say bastards. I don't know. You show them kids how it's done.
That's right.
No man card violation there. Big Steve says, I'm in League 8 and I'm going to make it look bad.
Well,
does that mean he's going to
don't
do
be so hard
well?
on yourself, Steve?
I think he thinks like he's going to really whoop some ass. or he's going to play so horribly that he's going to make it look bad.
See, that's where I went with it.
I don't know. I don't know what his record is for fantasy football, but he's in League 8, so at least somebody to keep an eye on the place. All right, roll tide, Carrot. Just tip has a low and moist one. Look at your text when we come back. We got to take a moment, and then we do come back. We're talking a little bit of Major League Baseball, then some football. It's the Daily Blender at 1580, The Fanatic.
Summertime tips from Paul, Kristen, and Dexter at Total Wine and More.
Topping your burger with grilled onions and blue cheese? Take it to the next level with Carbon Cabernet Reserve, rated 92 points, an incredible value.
And nothing beats a buttery Chardonnay with grilled corn on the cob.
Feeling adventurous? Come on in. Let's try a smoky mezcal for mind-blowing margaritas.
Now you can order delivery for as low as $4.99 for a limited time. Find out if your area qualifies at TotalWine.com. Drink responsibly, B21.
Are we ready for the 5:30 pickup?
Cam's Courier Service's newest hire delivered his resignation.
Hey, Ray, who's handling
She now needs next day shipping on a new driver.
all these boxes here? Are they ingoing or are they outgoing?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Do you have great credit? And are you good with your money? If so, I bet you're in a low rate 15 or 30-year mortgage. But guess what? You're in the wrong loan. I guarantee it. You see, on a Life Changer loan, not only will your monthly payments go down, but you'll probably pay off your mortgage in under 5 years without changing a dime of spending habit. Sound too good to be true? It's not magic. It's just math. So check us out at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
AZ Preps 365 is your headquarters for all things high school sports in Arizona. Brett Quintine, James Mello, and Jose Garcia keep you up to speed with all the action, highlights, interviews, and insider information for the prep sports scene. You need to tune in to AZ Preps 365 every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on your new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
When it comes to automotive repairs, where do you start? Been looking for a new home? Should you rent or buy? If you're looking for the latest trends in the automotive industry or real estate, look no further than the Drive Friendly Radio Show. Hosted by Steve, with over 40 years in the automotive industry, and Felicia, who's well established in the real estate market, you can get great advice and insight you can trust. You'll be smarter for listening, and maybe you'll have a little fun too. The Drive Friendly Radio Show, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, it helped me pay for my house.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Ledger. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside my heterosexual life partner, Randy White. We got Keon pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. Phil is hanging out with us today because, well, we thought for a minute I wouldn't be here and Randy wouldn't be here, and then it would just be Phil and Keon. And when we realized if it was just Phil and Keon, they'd just be fighting the entire time.
Well,
and then I said, well, maybe I better step back in there. And then Randy's like, well, no, maybe I better step back in there. Then Randy and I fought. But then we all decided, hell, let's just do the show together. So that's why it is what it is. No more questions, please.
Yeah, why not? Let's leave it.
Questions, please.
Let's leave it right there.
I remember our first argument like it was yesterday, Keon. Deshaun Watson, a much better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers.
Wow.
And go.
Well, it wasn't Deshaun Watson. It was Josh Allen.
Oh, Josh Allen. You're right. You're right.
I have a question.
Yes. Go ahead, Randy White.
No more questions.
Randy White, 1580 Fanatic. Can I ask a question? Phil, why is the microphone behind your head? You generally
not how that works.
You put that in mics. Yeah, you got to put that in the front of your mouth, not off to the side like that. Why?
Well,
That's just been bugging me.
It's been bugging
I don't
you.
know why. Yeah.
No, I understand. But here's the thing: is that
See, now,
I want to give you my best
as you're
angle.
talking to me, don't look in the camera now. Look straight ahead at the microphone. Yeah. And go ahead and talk.
You want me to like?
Oh, you
Don't
see
they
how,
say?
you see how that works?
Don't they say that I need to like make love to the camera or something?
No.
The camera. It's a radio show.
Yeah,
so
it's a
put
radio,
the
not
microphone.
TV.
Look, don't you see how it's right in front of my mouth and it's right in front of Keon's mouth and it's right in front of Randy's mouth? Put the thing in front of your mouth.
Yeah, but otherwise, I just hate to look stupid like this.
You're not. You don't look stupid at all. Now you look relatively intelligent because you're
even now
front
it's not
addressing the microphone.
He's not. He's side addressing it.
Yeah,
He's talking out of the side of his mouth like that, but you got to get it like this.
Well, he's got to get that post. He's got to push that one post up. The one on your left there. You got to push that dude up, and then manhandle. You got to manhandle Phil.
All right,
and then
turn me
bring
off,
that
Keon.
dude around.
Turn me off.
No, just do it. Yeah, a real man does it live. There you go. Manhandle that thing. Push it up. There you go. There you go.
Handle Dale Hellestrade. You can handle.
Oh, there you go. Now, look at that.
Yeah.
Well, that's
perfect.
No,
it's never been better. That's the best
look
camera angle.
absolutely majestic.
Thank you.
Well, I'm sure glad we figured that out. And just in time for him to leave. Let's get to the text line, get everybody caught up so we can move on. Roll Tide Kara says, Roll Tide Ryan's birthday is Sunday, so you could give him the tickets for his birthday.
Roll down Tide.
Could, but we're not going to. Why? Because we were instructed to do it as a giveaway. So we can't just hand it over to Roll Tide Ryan willy-nilly. Now, if I had a handful of them, then yes. But Radio Ron has instructed us to do a giveaway in the 5 o'clock hour of the Arizona Rattler tickets. But then again, though, he was pretty drunk when he texted that, as was evidenced by how scattered the words were in his text.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to risk it. Not going to risk it. We're going to do as he told us because he's the boss, and
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, he actually made a comment that really kind of caught me off guard. It was something he wanted me to do. He's like, "Well, that's why you make the big bucks." I said, "I'm sorry."
The what now?
What?
Really? What are these big bucks that you speak of? I've never heard of that before.
News
Are
to
you
me.
saying bucks or butts?
Because there's something that rhymes with bucks, and I don't give any of. Just the Tip says, if you count all LeBron's regular season and playoff games, he actually played almost 22 seasons. The man is old. He's old. He's not a top 10 player, not even now. I can't wait for Filthy to start the season cheering for the Lakers and switch back to the Suns midway through the season when the geriatric Lakers
Absolutely not.
Wow, good point.
LeBron James is still not top 10. He'll be top 10. Make no doubt about it. King
Top
James
10
is
what?
back.
Oldest player
Oh
in the
my
league?
God.
Oh, you stepped into that one.
I kind of did.
So, okay, I'm asking for a friend.
Uh-huh.
Is it against the NBA rules to use a walker?
Oh my God.
That's a good point.
I think it is. I just
I don't. As long as you're on the floor, you don't need a walker. However, as soon as you cross the out of bounds line there, then you can man your walker.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Is it against the rules in the NBA to use roller skates?
Yeah.
Oh, like it's Sonic?
Yeah. Yeah.
Rollerblades?
No, you
that's
can't
too
use that
fast,
on
too
the
fast.
basketball surface. No.
What if you know how Oscar Pistorius, before he shot it, killed his girlfriend there, he had the boingy boingy legs? You know, the boingy boingy
blades.
legs?
They're called blades, I believe. Yes.
Are those okay in the NBA?
No.
Can you use the boingy boingy blades?
No, not unless it's the Paralympic Games.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to watch the Olympics with a bunch of like legal secretaries out there just filing stuff. I don't have any interest in the Paralympics. Let's see. SOL says, I'm glad you're not here today, Jeffrey. I know, me too. Thunder Snow says, so am I the only one of two people that likes Phil? I think there might be more than just that.
Yeah.
They just like to be quiet about it.
Well, one person tried
silent
to not
majority.
admit it out loud and then accidentally did. So
Don't read this on air, but I like Phil.
Big George says, Phil, stop standing up for the fakers. You are a bandwagon Laker fan. You jumped on board when LeBron joined the team, then he abandoned the Suns when they were bad and they needed you most. So shame on you. Shame, Phil, shame.
When they needed me the most? No, I think they needed me the most in Game 5 when they couldn't pull it together. That's when they needed me the most.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
Nobody needs you, Phil. Nobody needs you. You're not needed.
I keep getting told that every single day.
Yeah, that's right. Cry those tears. You just cry. You just let it out. Feel it, Phil. Feel it. Thundar says, cheer up, Keon. Your Nats are still 12 games up on the Diamondbacks, at least.
Yeah. We're 40 games out of first place. The Diamondbacks. 40.
I mean, we all wind up in the same place when the season's over.
This is another part of hell that reserved for the really sucky team. 40 games out.
We got a little bit happy when they started winning some series and it started winning some games. And we were almost saying, well, is this going to be a different Diamondbacks through the end of the season?
No.
And I went and I looked at the scores last night, and I didn't even want to talk about the Diamondbacks today. And I thought, well, no, they've just lost 2 in a row. And so I didn't even watch the game. I didn't even look at the score. I'd forgotten already what the score is. It's depressing.
It was 4-2. I got a little bit of it last night. And the there was a pitcher out there for the Pirates. He's a promising pitcher. He's a guy that they like over there, but he only had 4 wins on the season going into this game.
Yeah. Let me guess, all of them against the Diamondbacks.
Well,
he has an ERA of 26 as he entered the game.
Crap.
26?
It was some ungodly ERA.
I do think it was like 5.6. So not good, but he had 5 scoreless innings against the D-backs. And I was ready to watch this series because this was the series that we were talking about the other day. If they look good in this series, is this legit? Is this for real?
Well, obviously not. How do you beat up the Phillies and send them packing, and then you go into Pittsburgh like this and look like all this?
I've got no idea, because it's not like Pittsburgh was good, but last night they looked fantastic, and that is a massive problem.
So you think Torey Lovell's already packed up his office, or do you think he just at least brought some boxes?
I think he's collecting boxes and he's getting ready. And look, can we just please hit the nuke button on this team, blow it to pieces, and start over?
They were going to do that.
Can we?
At the All-Star time?
They didn't sell anybody at the All-Star break. They didn't bring any new hope in. Yeah, we made a trade and we got some young pitching. But we still, our farm team is still, our farm organization still not one of the better ones in baseball. We can't make any moves. We're stuck in the mud. We're 40 games out of first place, but there's no hope. Now you got a left-handed pitcher, one of our young guys that came out there, and he's messing around, knowing full well he shouldn't be messing around. Now he wants to argue whether it's dirt in his glove or rosin, and the umpires know what the hell rosin is. There's rosin in his glove, and he got caught with it.
But
as if it wasn't bad enough already.
Yeah, and I thought the problem was we just had some lackluster pitching, and then we can't hit on a guy who's a horrible pitcher.
We got decimated by injuries this year, Jeffrey. All of our pitching staff at one point or another, every starter we've had has been on the IL. Every starter we've had has been on the IL this year for the Diamondbacks.
I don't know. Do you think it's mostly injuries? I think that this team, even without the injuries, would have still been pretty bad.
Yeah, the hitting on this team, their philosophy at the plate sucks. Their entire approach to the game stinks, and their pitching staff at one time or another visited an enormous amount of time on the IL.
Well, because the pitching is a part of it, though, because we know that the bullpen isn't good. The starting pitching kind of has to carry the day. They all get hurt. Then you have to turn to the bullpen, and that is a nightmare.
And once again, the Arizona Diamondbacks bullpen is a shambles.
It's
an absolute shambles.
Why did we bring this up at all, Keon? Is it because you just wanted to feel good about your Nationals?
Well, no, and it's still not helping, because I get to watch a couple of guys that I liked on my team in Dodger blue on a nightly basis hurting my feelings just repeatedly. It's like getting punched in the stomach every day.
Well, and I hear you. And let me give you some examples of the Diamondback philosophies over the years. A guy that's having a terrific part of the season right now, AJ Pollock, who plays the outfield for the Dodgers, was a guy that the Diamondbacks drafted and let him get away for nothing to the Dodgers.
Just
true story.
Yeah.
I rest my case.
It just stinks. And I only brought it up because, we were talking about whether or not this team could carry some positive momentum into next season, because that is the one thing that you really can look forward to. And I'm not sure if it's real. We've got 2 more games in the series against the Pirates, so we'll see how it goes.
The answer is no. 888-368-1580. Radio Ron says, let me see if I could read this. Well, there goes the rest of your whiskey. Just do what you want with the freaking tickets. And I've never seen a drunk emoji before. I didn't know that was a thing, but he actually pulled it off.
What's it look like? How does that even work?
Yeah, because it's all squiggly. It's a squiggly face.
Yeah.
So
Radio
Ron, I guess, has been hanging out in my office, still just because he told me to give the tickets away in the 5 o'clock hour when he was sober.
Yeah. 45 minutes from now, during the 5 o'clock hour here on the Daily Blender, or maybe not.
So
which time in that hour?
Which words do you listen to? Do you listen to
the sober ones?
Okay, there you go.
Because he might not remember this text, but he'll remember when he told me to do it in the 5 o'clock. See,
there you go.
You gotta think, because you could really step in it if you're not careful.
There you go.
888-368-1580. So the schedule for the World Series came out, and boy, I don't know how you feel about this, Randy, but they keep pushing back the postseason, and now the Game 7, at least the planned Game 7 of this World Series, scheduled for November 3rd. That is the latest game of the World Series since 2009.
Yeah, and I believe the Diamondbacks played in New York City in November in the World Series in 2001. So yes, you're right. And here we go. What do you do? Do you shorten the season, the regular season? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I think with a shortened season back in the day, just about 40 years ago, when they were playing, I think it was 145 games or something like that, 136 games, something like that. The World Series, it was the Fall Classic for a reason. You got done in October, and everybody left, and everybody was happy. And you usually got out of it without any weather. But if we keep pushing this thing back farther and farther, I mean, right now, let's just assume for a second the Yankees win the East, and they win the win the American League. They're on a historic run right now. They've ripped off 11 games in a row. So let's just say the Yankees win the American League, and you have to go back into New York City in November to play baseball. Nighttime temperatures are 30s.
Excellent.
Well, the Yankees will be prepared, but some other team, let's say a warm weather team, like I don't know, maybe the Los Angeles Dodgers have a good run and they go running in, or
they all freeze.
Maybe the Atlanta Braves end up pulling it out and winning, and they somehow get through the NL, and they end up going back to New York City in November for the damn World Series.
Let me tell you something, Randy. I will sacrifice some Dodgers to take out those Yankees. I don't care. Freeze them all. Freeze them all. But you know what I think would be cool, though? I don't care what team is or isn't in the World Series, Randy, but let me tell you what would be cool. Snow.
Oh. Well, I mean, it could very well happen.
You can't. Would they really, the pansies of baseball, call a game because of some snow flurries?
You're absolutely right. They're not going to put those guys out there. It's like a rain day.
Oh, you wusses.
Well, you can say whatever you
How
want.
fun would that be to play baseball in snow?
Well,
it would be pretty cool.
Be a lot of fun until it's in the middle of a snowstorm. Somebody hits a sky-high fly ball and it comes down and hits a guy in the face.
I mean, no, that'd be bad.
I would even hurt just making contact with the ball. Oh,
yeah, I played in
your hands.
I played in cool weather with an aluminum bat, and it hurts bad enough. You get those wood bats and the 100-mile-an-hour fastballs. No, no, thank you.
No, all right. Well, I know it'll never happen, but the thought of it is intriguing. And the Yankees all freezing to death. I like that too. 888-368-1580. Let's get caught up on the text line. Baby Got Dak says, happy hump day, everyone.
Hump
Hey,
day.
Jeffrey, can you switch me to League 8? Then I don't have to play against flying monkeys. Well, I would need somebody in League 8 to switch back to your league, but I can do it if you want. But why do you have a hard time playing against your husband? Didn't you kind of whoop his ass up and down last time? What's the deal with that? Fish Tank says, I just spent a good 25 minutes picking every game of the season on Gridiron Games, brought to you by Harman Solar. And of course, I'll pop in there week to week and make some more educated decisions. But if you're forgetful like me, I highly suggest putting in picks ahead of time. So no matter what, you'll have a team in every game.
Wow.
That's pretty smart. I'll give you here's the reality of it. He drinks a lot. And that is wise of him to know that there's going to be times where Fish Tank is blackout drunk. Why? Because in football season, he roots for the Miami Dolphins. So you see where I'm going here?
I don't see why that makes him an alcoholic. Perhaps before this season.
Say he's an alcoholic.
Perhaps before this season, he might drink a bit much. I think this year he's going to be very happy with his team.
He'll be driven to drink, and he knows
driven
to by the Dolphins. So being ahead of the game, Fish Tank, I think that's brilliant. So I don't care what these guys say. I think that was a good idea. Moist One says the Nationals need AOC out there pitching. Good luck picking up the ball with those monster pearly whites smiling at you, huh? Wow, that went a whole lot of different places, didn't it?
All at once. I don't even know where to go.
Good Cat says, is it against NBA rules to have your hairline younger than your actual age, or does he get a senior citizen's discount when it comes to getting fouls called on him?
Well, hold on.
Good point now.
How's that work, Phil? How's that work?
LeBron's hairline has been older than his age for a very long time now. That is not a new development.
Yeah, that is a battle that he's been fighting for since near birth.
So for those of you who don't know, LeBron James's hairline, patchy, like all the liver spots on the other players on the Lakers. Oh my God. Jagdog says, Randy, whatever you do, do not draft Minshew with your 5th overall pick. I promise you, he'll be available in the last round. Okay. Yeah, that was kind of sad news for Randy's favorite NFL quarterback.
I watched the game. Stacey Lawrence made a couple of nice little throws there, but she did not. For me, she did not outperform Gardner Minshew, and that's all I'm going to say about it. I'll leave it right there for the rest of you guys to debate. But Gardner Minshew clearly won that quarterback battle. Clearly,
Urban Meyer doing Urban Meyer things. Fubar 1000 says, "Oh, the Diamondbacks." There we go. Yeah, let's just suck and trade away our best player. What next? Send Matt. I think he means Kettle Metal. Matt to the minors. Big George says, I agree, Randy. Blow up the team. Get rid of Lovello and Hazen as soon as possible. They stink. We need an entirely new team.
If the Oakland Athletics and the Tampa Bay Devil Rays can win on a budget, the Arizona Diamondbacks can win on a budget. So I'm tired of hearing everybody say this is budget baseball, which it is. But they're making the wrong moves and they're going about it the wrong way. We need to get some new players in here that understand this type of baseball and turn them loose.
Mr. Wilbur wants to say, listen, can we talk about competitive pickleball? Maybe stop talking about Diamondbacks baseball? Can we get real? It's supposed to be a sports station. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Listen, when we're all working on our shows here at The Fanatic, we're totally focused and we don't want to worry about the other things. You know, like the technology that runs our station. That's where Affinity Technology comes in. They run all our IT so we can focus on what really matters, our business and our listeners. These guys handle literally everything. If it plugs in, they work with it. They've saved us tons of money and they've kept us focused on what really matters. Affinity Technology, they can do the same for you. Go to atechaz.com. Be sure and tell them I sent you. Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100-plus degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer. And your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harman Solar today. Harman Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harman Solar, 800-281-3189 or go to harmansolar.com.
Time for some smart saving. Make their dreams their reality.
I'm Arizona State Treasurer Kimberly Yee. Whatever your little one dreams of becoming, a doctor, a chef, a firefighter, they're going to need a plan and savings. Open an AZ 529 education savings plan, and you will be able to pay for their future education. Visit az529.gov and start saving to make their dream job come true.
Now that's smart saving. Sponsored by the Office of the Arizona State Treasurer.
You retire only once, so you've got to stick the landing. There are many choices to make when you retire, but choosing the right advisor might be the most important one you ever make. The right advisor can help you avoid mistakes, avoid income shortfall later in life, and help you grow your money with smarter investments. To retire comfortably, you need to know that all your bills are paid, your investments are well chosen, and your income is secure for life. The IQ Wealth Smarter Bucketing System does all of this for you by separating your money into clear and distinct buckets, each with its own specific task and time deadline. You retire only once, but Steve Jurich at IQ Wealth Management helps people retire and stay retired every day.
Advisory services by IQ Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor, custodian Fidelity. Get smart and decisive in 2021. Let's meet soon. Visit IQWealth.com, IQWealth.com, IQWealth.com.
Last year, nobody knew what to expect. This year, it's an entirely different story. New rookies, new leadership, new expectations. The NFL is back, and it's exclusively on The Fanatic, including playoffs and the Super Bowl. You won't hear it anywhere else. Your home for the NFL, 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
David Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. So I took a look at see where people were listening again today on our special map. And somebody is listening from Adelaide, South Australia. I didn't know there was a South Australia.
Well, I mean,
I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a South everything.
South,
yeah. Yeah, I know we got somebody listening in Las Vegas and El Paso right now. Somebody in Linwood, California, Carlsbad. I think that's got to be Big George listening to Carlsbad.
We haven't had anybody listen from Las Vegas since that one co-host who was always betting all the time since he left.
Yeah. Well, his bookie was always kind of tracking.
Well,
yeah, we got somebody listening in New York City and Helsinki, Finland. So it's just kind of fun every now and then. I just take a peek and see what's going on out there. Just curious. I imagine some of that stuff might be VPN action, but I hope not. If you're listening from someplace exotic, let us know. Like to know who's out there. 888-368-1580. And let's see here. Hamilton Porter says it was 150, Randy. First year of 162 was Maris's 61 homer year.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Yes, the Cook says several times I've witnessed the Diamondbacks with runners on first and second with no outs, and there's no call to bunt, runners into scoring position.
Yeah,
freaking bunt, people.
Well, bunt or hit to the opposite field, or how about when the other team puts a shift on you, hit the ball to the opposite field where they're not? How about that? I mean, this is common sense stuff. This is stuff you learn in Little League, man. Learn how to get on. And once you get a runner on at first, you get them over, and then you get them in. This is a simple game. We don't need all the analytics to tell us what to do.
Bruno Baller says the Brewers could find themselves in the World Series. It could be cold there, too, in November.
Yeah, it could be, but they've got a dome stadium. Nice, warm, cozy little stadium there.
Oh, he also suggests we check the NBA rules on this. All right, hear me out.
Yeah.
Can an NBA player use skateboards?
No. Unless it's one of those Tony Hawk blood-infused skateboards, but I heard they sold out. So
yeah, what the hell's that all about? Like, he actually put his actual real blood on the skateboard?
Yeah, he took his blood and he put them in his skateboard. And I guess there was a select few of them, and they sold out immediately.
That's kind of weird. Now he's going to get framed for murder. Somebody's going to grab that sample, and you're going to find out.
I don't think you could extract the. I don't think you could extract the.
Hey, Tony! If you get an order from Orenthal J. Simpson, you might not want to fulfill it because he's looking for some DNA. I'm just. And all of a sudden, you're up on charges for something that happened in the 90s, Tony Hawk. Selling them skateboards might not be a good idea.
On the plus side, it's going to a charity. The proceeds are going to a charity. On the downside, it has the literal blood of Tony Hawk and the skateboard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not yes, nasty. It's nasty. Let's see here. Just Tip says, Randy, you said the real reason the Diamondbacks suck. Well, I've had several former Diamondbacks on my fantasy team, and they're playing awesome. Dansby Swanson and Robbie Ray, they lead my list.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
They just don't keep their good players.
They don't. You're exactly right. They get rid of them. But hey, alas, you can look at any team and you can see trades that went wrong with any team where players started out on one team and came to fruition with another team. But the Diamondbacks seem to have a streak of players that just absolutely turned into superstars. Max Scherzer, Dansby Swanson with the Braves. Yeah, I mean, the list goes on.
Roll Tide Ryan says, I can't wait to sweep my wife in fantasy football this year. Dude, right after she just suggested we gave you some Rattlers tickets. Boogie says, what's the over-under on how many regularly scheduled colonoscopies occur by the end of the season for the LA 401kers?
I'm so glad I made it back in time for that.
That was a good text, Boogie. 888-368-1580. Flying Monkey says, I heard the Lakers were denied a request to play in plaid short sandals and black socks. By the way, Flying Monkeys, why does your wife not want to play fantasy football with you? Oh, there she is. Baby Got Dak says, Randy, you're right. Nobody can put their trust in Trevor Lawrence. His first name isn't even Trevor. It's William. Okay?
What?
I thought his real first name?
I thought his first name was Stacy. She's got the beautiful hair, a beautiful head of hair.
You said she was Tracy. It's very confusing. All I know is this, Baby Got Dak. If he's not going by his real first name.
Wow. No, Baby Got Dak is right. Yeah. William Trevor Lawrence, an American football quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars, according to Google.
Yes, he's
What's
going
Gardner's real first name?
Jack.
No.
Yeah, and his middle name is Coke. Jack and Coke Minshew.
No, it's Gardner Flint Minshew the second.
There it is.
Gardner
That
Flint?
is a man's name right
Middle
there.
crap. I can't even argue.
Flint Minshew.
Wow. And all you yuppies out there says, let's name our kid Hank. That'll make him tough. It didn't.
No.
888-368-1580. Fish Tank says, you're right, Jeffrey. Those Brewers do make me forgetful. No, I mean the brews, the drinks, the beers. At least I can feel rest assured I didn't pick the Texans a single time this season, although it was close when they played the Jets. You're seriously picking for the Jets, for the Texans to have a completely defeated season? I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, but where do you think that they're going to snag a win in their entire season? Do you want to go down the games?
I guess let's do this. Let's play Who Can the Texans Beat? Right here on 1580 The Fanatic. It's the Daily Blender.
All right. Anybody just pipe up whenever you feel like they can win. All right. Game 1 versus Jaguars. So that's at home. Next one.
That's a possible win.
Possible win. So you're already, first off, they could start the season off 1-0.
I don't think they can win that game.
I don't think they can either.
Urban Meyer is a first-year coach. Tracy Lawrence, as Randy calls him, not even looking as good as Gardner Minshew. The question is going to be, how fast will Urban Meyer give up on Hairboy and go to the mustache?
No, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think that's going to happen either. And also the Texans head coach, David Culley, is a first-time head coach as well. I mean, he's been in the NFL, but he's never been a head coach before.
Hold on a second. This just in, part of a giant cookie? What's this all about? This was a giant cookie at one point? Well, where's the rest of the cookie? Look at this on the camera. There is that much more cookie somewhere else. I got this much of the giant cookie.
If it used to be a giant cookie and that's all you've got, it hardly even seems worth mentioning.
Why did I not get what? I got the wrong part of the cookie. Well, honey, thank you for this part of the cookie. Yeah, she's like, you're all cookied out after yesterday.
That's
true.
I
did. I ate 12 Oreo Thins yesterday, picking the Daily Blender draft. And she said, the FUBAR has the stats, coincidentally. He says, all right, Jeffrey, again, 420 calories, Oreos, 420 break. I believe there's a pattern here. Or if 420 is just a very strong theme. More Oreos, perhaps? Just saying. No, I don't smoke the wacky tobacco. It was just a coincidence that there was 420 calories.
Is it a coinky dink? Or is it a conspiracy?
I want to know what happened to the rest of this cookie because I'm not happy about this.
That's another conspiracy. Yeah.
It is. What were we talking about? Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt, but somebody hands you a giant chunk of cookie.
That is breaking news. Yes,
it is for me. Yeah.
Yes, we were going down the Texans schedule.
Oh, right, Texans. So I think that if they're going to win a game, it might be that one. Or they play them twice, right?
They play them twice, so you'll find another part at Browns. Versus,
That's a loss.
Versus Panthers.
No.
At Bills.
No. Back up the truck.
Panthers? No, so you stop it. That's so disrespectful to Sam Darnold and Matt Rule.
I mean, Sam Darnold doesn't deserve respect. He hasn't shown anything yet.
He's destroyed everything that man loves.
I still want to see him actually be good at football first before I crown Sam Darnold anything.
You guys are missing the fact that all Sam Darnold has to do is turn around and hand the ball to C-Mac and let him run.
Thank you. Yes.
The
he's got a
completely healed C-Mac.
Okay. Well, I think he is.
By that point,
he's going to be playing.
Yeah, by that point he will be. Right now,
no doubt he'll be playing. But how long is he going to hold up?
Well, that's 3 games in. I mean,
I'm not sure I draft him in fantasy football. I know you guys think I'm crazy for that.
I think you're insane for that. Yeah,
I'm a little unsure about that. But go ahead. Okay, so maybe Jaguars, maybe Panthers. Continue.
At Bills,
no.
Loss.
Yeah. Versus Patriots.
Loss. That's a loss.
That's a loss.
Still a shaky loss.
Here we go. Here's a real chance. At Colts.
Shut up.
Wow.
That's a loss too.
Yeah, it's a loss.
It's a loss. At Cardinals.
Loss.
Definite loss.
Historic loss. Versus Rams.
Loss.
Big loss.
At Dolphins.
Loss.
That's a loss.
You know what? That really depends on where Tua is by that time of year. I'm not completely 100%.
I think you are definitely understating how terrible the Texans are.
I know, man. You're really. I think that they'll be close games. I think that they'll be in a lot of close games, but they will lose every single one of them.
Where you are in the season, though, Phil. By then, Urban Meyer may have had no choice but to bench Trevor Lawrence and go to the Minshew mustache.
Well, hold on. We're talking about the
Dolphins. That's the case, then by God, those are all wins.
We're still talking about the Dolphins, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the Dolphins are not better than the Texans.
Who are the Texans quarterbacks? Is that Axelrod? What's his name?
Terod Taylor.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then, their quarterback that they drafted out of Stanford.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, with the
all right, keep going, Phil.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yes. At Titans.
That's a loss.
Versus Jets.
Loss.
That's close for me.
That's a closer one.
That's a close
because the Jets are still bad. I like Robert Salah. I'm sure Zach Wilson is a very good quarterback, but the Jets are still pretty terrible, and they have some injuries on their team now that Mekhi Becton going down.
We're talking about the Texans here, guys.
I know we're talking about the Texans, but the Jets are the only team that can rival the Texans and suck.
The Jets is going to be close. That's a close one. Versus Colts, so that one's at home.
Loss.
Versus Seahawks.
Loss.
At Jaguars for the second of their 2. And this is with 4 games left. So what? That's game 13.
You imagine they're going to, if the Jaguars win 1, they won't, if the Texans win 1 against the Jaguars, they won't win 2.
Versus Chargers.
Loss.
At 49ers.
Loss.
And they end the season versus the Titans.
Loss.
That's a loss.
So the only one
we have to establish is just some maybes and not even confident. Yeah, that's a win for the Texans. Some maybes with the Jaguars and what's the other one? Jets.
The Jets and then the Dolphins was the other one you said maybe.
Jaguars, Jets, and Dolphins.
The Dolphins are actually a good. Even if Tua stinks, the Dolphins' defense is good enough by itself to destroy the Texans.
I'm sure I've pissed off Fish Tank with what I said, but I'm not completely 100% down with Tua just yet. But if he's doing well in the season, at least even well enough, then of course they'll beat the Texans. Absolutely no doubt about it. So then that just narrows it down to 2 teams that might be a W for the Texans, and then again that was the Jaguars and the Jets.
So that first week is actually a must-watch game for all the wrong reasons.
I might just DVR it because I don't know if I could watch it live. That's how bad that's
just scroll to the fourth quarter. If it's even close, then you can watch the rest of the game. But otherwise, just stay away.
Hey, I got my Sunday ticket again this year.
Oh, congratulations.
No. Just it's a thing where I called and I threatened to get rid of DirecTV. And then they were like, well, Mr. O'Brien. Well, okay, fine.
What can we do to keep you as a customer? Oh, the Sunday ticket again?
It's like, this is why I wrote down the retention number. So I don't have to talk to somebody else first. I just go right to you people.
Did you write down a template? Are you going to be willing to share that to the masses, to the fourth dimension, and just be like, okay, so insert your name here. And then otherwise just I blank need.
I'll say, I don't care if I keep DirecTV or not. And honestly, if I don't get the Sunday ticket for free, I'm just going to go over to Cox because I already have the other stuff from them. It'd be easy to bundle. And I just, listen, it's like when you walk in to buy a car, you have to have the attitude. It's like, I don't care if I buy a car from you or not. I can walk away from you right now and never see you again and be okay with that. And it's just having that confidence in the conversation. And then they go, just like when you're buying a car, I got to talk to a manager. They put you on hold. You listen to some funky music, and then they come back and they tell you how they've taken care of it. Boom. I like for 5 years in a row, I've gotten a free Sunday ticket. You guys don't know that? You haven't done that?
Well, I don't have cable to even go and have a retention number, but yes.
You're a cord cutting millennial, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. I never even had a cord to cut, but if ever you're on live support, I will.
Robert in Surprise says, I think DirecTV's running a promotion for previous customers and offering free NFL ticket. I believe it's our last year of the ticket agreement with the NFL.
Yeah, I think I read that somewhere. Yeah.
Boy, for previous people trying to get people to come back to DirecTV. Yeah, because there was nothing like that for me. I had to like strong arm them. Mr. Wilbur says, I don't think DirecTV has NFL Sunday ticket anymore. Not after this year. I think after this year, it's going to be Amazon or ESPN or something. Did they figure out where it's going yet?
Not that I
haven't
heard.
seen that. No.
Yeah, I feel like it's just sort of been in limbo. But maybe even Disney might grab it. I don't know. I mean, that's basically ESPN, so we'll see. Fish Tank says, dude, even if your boy Brissett is our quarterback by then, as Keon said, the Dolphins defense will score more points than the Texans offense. You know what? I forgot Brissett's your backup. You guys, okay. I apologize, Fish Tank. Yes, the Dolphins will most assuredly beat the Texans. So there's no question about it now. Sorry about that. Fish Tank says, oh, by the way, I heard you can now get a prostate exam where they actually just take your blood rather than touch your goods.
Yep.
Phil, does that make you sad?
No, I like when people touch my goods.
I don't think you know the goods he's talking about. Well, I'll explain it to you after the break. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Having some starting trouble? We can help you out. Let's start with a free battery test. If you just need a charge, we can help with that too. And if you need a new battery, we've got a wide selection of replacement batteries starting at just $79.99. And we're the only place you can find proven tough Duralast batteries, including Duralast Platinum with AGM and EFB technology. That's why we're America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2020.
Everybody, Mark Asher, about to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Mortgage rates keep dropping. Whether you're looking to reduce your payments, pull cash out, or shorten your term, take advantage of District Lending's new lower rates. 15-year fixed rates as low as 1.99% APR and 30-year fixed rates as low as 2.49% APR. Call or text 480-694-7890 or check out districtlending.com/rates. That's districtlending.com/rates. NMLS 183-5285, Equal Housing Lender. Mortgage rate subject to change. This is not a commitment to lend.
Your favorite radio station.
And now you're up to date on the news. Stand by for weather and traffic right after this.
It wakes you up, starts your day, and keeps you informed as well as entertained.
You guys are absolutely the best.
How do you like to work here?
At the
The Fanatic, we're looking for commissioned sales reps to knock on doors, set up appointments, and extol the benefits of advertising with your favorite radio station. Send your resume to jobs at 1580thefanatic.com.
NASCAR Championship Weekend returns to Phoenix Raceway November 5th through the 7th.
A wild season of unexpected will culminate in Phoenix with drivers putting it all on the line for their shot
and earning the title of NASCAR Cup Series champion.
Featuring 4 championship races in 3 days.
Don't miss your chance to witness history from atop the grandstands as the action goes 5 wide into the iconic dog leg.
Or from up close with access to the fan-friendly infield experience.
Get your tickets to see the NASCAR Championship in person.
Go to PhoenixRaceway.com.
Hurry, tickets won't last much longer.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable, and serving part-time can help you graduate debt-free. Do you want to stay close to friends and family? The Guard allows you to serve close to home. Serving part-time in the Army National Guard lets you have the life you want. Learn more by visiting nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
If it's local,
we talk about it.
1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic.
It's David Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. We have angered Ookla the Mock because he, I think, might be one of our only Texans fans. He says, okay, gentlemen, I did not like that last segment, and I don't care if it's radio. You can all shut up. All right, well, Ookla, come on, be realistic about things. If Deshaun Watson was back in the mix, I think we'd have them at barely over 500 as a team just because they've taken away, I think, some of the weapons and some of the pieces that they need to be a successful football team. That said, how many games do you see them winning, Ookla? Against what teams? And I know you're going to say the Colts and the Cardinals, but be serious, Ookla. Be serious about this. What games do you really see the Texans winning this year in your current configuration where Deshaun Watson is not on the field? I'd love to hear that. Yeah, Fish Tank says, remember, the Texans went 4-12 with Deshaun Watson. Exactly. Yeah. That's my point. You don't have a decent enough team there. Cliff Dingleberry says, I missed Phil. Phil is stunned. Phil also doesn't have a microphone on. Ookla says, thank you for that. Swave Dave says, hey, please don't wait to have your doctor check your prostate. I am a prostate cancer survivor here.
Very good. All right.
So, yeah, as much as we joke about it, that, yeah, guys, get that done every time you're supposed. Is it yearly or every 10 years? What is it? How many times do they have to check the prostate? I don't know. Nightly. How many times you get yours checked? I mean, how many times should we get it checked medically? Is it yearly?
I thought it was yearly. That's what I always heard.
Nobody wants that, really. Not most people. So I was thrilled to have my first prostate check done while I was unconscious, and unlike Phil, not drunk in a bar. For me, I was already knocked out for the colonoscopy. So I said, hey, while you're under the hood, would you check that for me? So I know the next time I'm going to have to just take it like a man, I guess, and just get it while I'm awake. Is there anything like that messes up the prostate exam if I showed up really drunk?
Couldn't tell you.
I haven't been awake for it yet, so.
Do you need help driving to the exam?
Wow. If I do, it'll be my wife. Stewie says the Jaguars' offensive line is terrible. They're going to get their franchise quarterback hurt. And by the way, why would the Jaguars even start Trevor Lawrence right now? Because they have to justify the first round pick, because they feel like they've got to get him out in the field to get him the experience. It's not about the W's. It's about building their quarterback of the future. That's why. And because I think Urban Meyer is going to be a bad coach.
And the sales pitch of drafting a Trevor Lawrence instead of just trading away the pick is he was supposed to be the most NFL ready of the quarterbacks in the draft. Right. So that if he's not, then you're looking at the coaching staff going, what the hell?
Also, if you look at the Jaguars' schedule, yes, early on, I know you all are going to think I'm being a homer here, but the real only opposition that they have who would go head-to-head on and have a good pass rush against them is the Broncos, because they go against the Texans. That's nothing. They go against the Cardinals will have good edge rushers. I'm sorry. I did see that. So they will play the Cardinals and the Broncos, who have good edge rushers. Other than that, they play a bunch of Bengals, Titans, Seahawks, Bills, Falcons. Those aren't anything to really worry yourself about, and he won't necessarily feel consistent pressure. It's about 50-50. So as far as an NFL schedule goes, it's on the lighter side.
It's weird to hear you say you missaw something. You know, the only person around here that missees anything is Wilbur. So that is like a term we have not heard much around here.
Oh boy.
Cards Chappie says that prostate exam made me have to go to the pee-pee there. If I was drunk, oh my God, I don't know what would have happened. Ukul the Mock says, I can see 3 possible wins. Jaguars week 1, Jets with the bobblehead, and maybe last game because, you know, they don't care at that point. Wow, that's a ringing endorsement, and you only listed 2 games right there. Good Cat says, Phil gets his prostate check. Yeah, I can't read that. Joy Bag of Donut says, Moon River. Anyone? The Jet says, sounds like Jeffrey only allows the back 9 to be played when he's drunk. No, I've never played the back 9. I kind of figured I might need to be. It's just a guess. I don't know. Let's see. Fish Tank says, no, listen, Jeffrey, I said it. I told you. Did you not read? They can do it by taking your blood. That's the good news. Bad news is they take it through your ass. So now, is everybody doing it by the blood? Because I told you the story about my doctor. And in fact, my wife was like, you should go back and see Dr. Gannon. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go back to Dr. Gannon because this was a true story. This actually happened. I go in there and I was talking to Dr. Gannon, and he's all, hey, there's some things, let's do a physical, let's do this and that. And I said, well, he's like, I think I was 49. And he's like, well, you're kind of right on the edge there. And I said, do I need a prostate check? He says, well, you can probably get it now, or you can wait till next year. It's really up to you. And I'm like, well, if it's up to me, I'd rather just wait. And, so then we talk about some other things, and he's going over at the end. I said, so are we done? Is that it? He goes, well, unless you want the butt stuff. I go, well, no, not that you've called it the butt stuff. How about never? I just don't feel like that's a medical term.
Yeah, and I don't want my doctor to ever say that.
Yeah, the butt stuff. It's a true story, but
yeah.
Which doctor was this?
I get you the recommendation, Dr. Gannon and Gilbert or Chandler or something like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. Kyle G says the Jags also don't have a good veteran quarterback that Lawrence could sit behind and learn anything from. Being on the field can be risky, but it's the only way he's going to get better. Kyle G just put straight fire on your Gardner Minshew, Randy.
Well, that's Kyle G's thoughts. That's okay. We'll give him straight fire.
Well, hold on, though. I do think him and Gardner Minshew are much closer in age than, say, Justin Fields and Andy Dalton. I think that's the comparison he's looking for. Gardner Minshew, I think, is still learning a lot in this league. And regardless or not whether you see him as a starter or a backup, I think him and Trevor Lawrence are seen more as contemporaries than, say, an Andy Dalton, say, like a Matt Castle or Matt Moore or somebody like that who you see as a standard.
Matt.
Yeah, a lot of Matts.
A lot of Matts in the NFL.
Yeah. Roll Tide Kara says, I'm with a prostate cancer organization called Zero Cancer. You need to get it checked yearly. My father passed away from it in 2017. And yes, there is a blood test, gentlemen. The PSA blood test. I go to DC to fight for funding for education and treatment. So go get tested, you men. Ladies, if there is a history of breast cancer in your family, the men are at a higher risk of prostate cancer. Men, if there's a history of prostate cancer in your family, the ladies have a higher risk, of course, of breast cancer. All right, well, then here we go. Ladies, check your boobies for lumps and stuff. And men, they'll get that prostate checked. And if you can do it by a blood test, thumbs up.
Yeah.
I got a question.
I really was in the wrong profession. Go ahead, Jeffrey.
What if, they when they want to check the baby in there, they can tell you what the sex of the baby is and stuff when they got the ultrasound, right? Well, how come we can't just get an ultrasound of the prostate? So
do you want to have an ultrasound of your prostate, Jeffrey?
Well, they just put it on my belly and there's
no,
or the low of my back.
No,
exactly.
No, that's not where they're rubbing the lotion.
No.
Taint hard. They could find a place to
in between your legs, right underneath your sack. Do you want to go in and have a ultrasound done underneath your sack?
Better than
How about just a simple blood test to check the PSA levels?
I think the blood test is. I'm leaning towards the blood test.
PSA blood test.
Yeah, the PSA blood test was simple, and mine is fine.
Also, think of it, Jeffrey. Are you that flexible that you'd have to go pretty wide?
Well,
okay.
I just showed everybody that I'm not wearing pants.
Yeah.
I don't have to wear pants. You only see this much of me. Okay, the blood. Here's the question then, and I'm being very serious right now. How can they tell how big a prostate is just from a blood test?
It just tells you if your prostate is overactive. Then they'll have to do what they call the digital exam. Guys, if they're saying, hey, come on in for a digital exam, that does not mean ones and zeros. That means these digits right here.
I'm going to get a high score. All right, so blood tests will say if there's a activity, and activity will give you an idea that maybe it's gotten big or something's going on, and that's it.
Then they'll have to go and do the finger probe.
Boink, boink. Okay. Well, okay, I got no more questions. I'm not going to ask any more questions. That's right, Jalapeno Bomber. That was from Fletch. Moon River. Yeah, you have to see the movie. Everybody else is too young for Fletch. PSA, that's right, Swave Dave. Combination of the physical exam and getting your PFA tested with your blood. He means PSA. Boogie says, when going for your prostate exam, if the doctor tells you to put your pants on the chair next to his, be sure to ask for a few shots of whiskey. Pro tip. The Jet says, hey, Jeffrey, you want to go to a bar with me? Nope. Roll Tide Ryan says, I get my PSA test done every year. Remember, my wife being a zero advocate there, she helps in DC and all that. Yep, she just told us. Robert Surprise says, hey, welcome back, Phil. I thought you went to third broadcaster heaven there. Randy, I'm in need of a cold beer, please. It was a hot, challenging day working outside all damn day. Skull says, how about a GoPro to check your prostate? That seems like it might be a little bit intrusive.
Or a lot of
texter says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Phil, I thought my ears were mistaken, but now I see that you are back, and so are your novel long answers to everything ever asked. That's how I knew it was Phil. That's how I knew he was back.
Thank you.
What are you doing there, Randy?
Tying up my bag.
I
have a bag of nuts right here. Tying them up.
Yeah. Quit playing with your nuts. We're on the radio. Just a Tip says, why is Filthy wasting his time in radio when he could be making bank with the newfound industry? Hands-on butt stuff.
I told you, I'm in the wrong profession.
Just get him a van that says hands-on butt stuff. He just drives around it. Let's see. Roll Tide Kara says, certain times, though, out of the year, Fry's Food will actually do the blood test for $45. That way, they know if there's problems, if the PSA is elevated, then you have to get the finger. Can we not call it getting the finger? Can we just not?
All right, let's just call it the butt stuff then.
Average Joe says, why is Phil back? Did he get fired from his new job already? I'm not going to keep explaining this. Good Cat says, here's another pro tip. During the prostate exam, you see both your doctor's hands. I can't. Let's move on. Let's talk about this. So the Jaguars have more trouble than just whether or not Tracy Lawrence there is going to play well or not. It's also really bad that their running back, the guy they drafted, Travis Etienne, gone for the season.
Yeah.
So
wow.
That is so sad. Yeah.
I was looking forward to drafting him too on my fantasy team. And this kid's a dynamic runner, and that's too bad. Wow.
Well, you're in the Premier League with me, so I won't get in your way. You go ahead and draft him. I'd say you take him right away.
I'm not going to draft him now, Jeffrey.
And the thing is,
not even I am that stupid.
Trying to lead Randy astray with
I've given up trying to help him.
Well, I don't know why. I haven't given up asking you questions.
You just never ask. I mean, you never answer. You never listen. Boogie says, Randy's bag of nuts look pretty good there. Are there any coconuts in there, Randy?
No coconuts in there. Some almonds. There's some M&Ms in there. Some peanuts. Yeah.
What a nice.
I'm a little disappointed. my wife got me. I said, "Hey, can you give me some M&Ms there? Because they're like power pellets for me when I'm doing the show."
Yeah.
And she got me. So I got this bag of M&Ms here, right? And it says on the bag of M&Ms, sharing size. I'm like, this? No, that is get your damn hands off size. This is my size. That's not.
Yeah.
That look like a big enough bag to share with anybody?
No.
Maybe a little bit.
10.7 ounces of M&Ms here. Sharing size. And by the way, I was very disappointed. So you know how we did the Oreo draft pick thing the other day? I tweeted to Oreo saying, "Hey, this right here, that's good for at least some free cookies, right, Oreos?" And then Oreo came and they commented on that thread like, "Hey, that's a pretty tasty innovation in drafting there you got there, Jeffrey." And I saw like, well, so do I sit by the mailbox or
do I wait out front?
I was serious about the cookies.
Cookies come. I'm very disappointed by Oreos on that one. Oh well. All right, guys, that is 1 hour down. I'm sorry, 2 hours. Oh my God, this is going by fast. I mean, eventually it's going to go by so fast, Phil won't have time to read whatever he's been reading on his cell phone for most of the show. He's just like, why are you here?
Well, I'm trying. Well, am I even on?
All right, guys, the next hour, nothing but NFL. And by God who's my witness, I will talk NFL quarterbacks. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
With Amdro, you can enjoy your backyard like never before. Our round-the-clock pest protection gives you the peace of mind to enjoy your great outdoors without a care in the world. Okay, we can't defend you against the splash zone. But when it comes to ants and other pests, we've got you covered 24/7. Find Amdro in the insecticide aisle at your nearest retailer.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Having some starting trouble? We can help you out. Let's start with a free battery test. If you just need a charge, we can help with that too. And if you need a new battery, we've got a wide selection of replacement batteries starting at just $79.99. And we're the only place you can find proven tough Duralast batteries, including Duralast Platinum with AGM and EFB technology. That's why we're America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2020.
Everybody, Mark Asher, back to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends who've used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time, and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Your best plan to retire might be right under your roof. This is Rob Canier, and for over 20 years, I've helped people discover how they can utilize a portion of their equity in their home as a coordinated strategy in retirement planning, thus creating additional monthly cash flow, paying less taxes, and making their retirement assets last longer. This is a safe and proven retirement strategy for qualified homeowners age 62 and older. All you have to do is reverse your thinking. Call me, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773.
Market Wrap host Mo Ansari on creating a well-balanced portfolio.
Are you just chasing this hot stock and that hot stock? Or do you have a plan? Do you have a balanced portfolio where you have a little bit in healthcare, a little bit in technology, a little bit maybe in energy even? How much do you have in the subsectors like communication services and technology? And then you look at all the stocks within those areas and say, okay, this is the one I like and this is the one that I don't like. But you have to have that balance. And then finding the right balance depending on what you're trying to accomplish. If you're looking for income in your portfolio, maybe you want more dividend paying stocks. Or I've got 20 years, I want growth.
If you need help creating a well-balanced portfolio, call pound 250 and say, talk to Mo, or go to compact.com and click on the Get Started button. Again, from your cell phone, call pound 250 and say, talk to Mo, or visit compact.com and click on the Get Started button.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor, funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA, SIPC.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third
Quiet, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon there pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. I know a lot of people are asking, well, what the hell's Phil doing here? What's it all about? I thought Phil left us. Here's the thing. No, Phil did not get fired from his Sirius XM job. We thought that Phil was going to fill in today, and then we thought I wasn't going to be here. Then we thought Randy might not be here. Then we like, well, it turns out I can be here. And then Randy's like, oh, it turns out I can be there. So, Phil was already committed. So we thought, what the hell? Let's have Phil. We like Phil. We'll have Phil hanging around. Phil's a fun guy. Phil is, he's a good guy. You guys probably should be a little nicer to him. That's all I'm going to say. Probably, I won't be, but you guys should probably be a little nicer to him.
Aside from the Laker love, other than that, Phil's a wonderful human being. Absolute wonderful human being.
Yeah, I'm the kind of guy who's willing to give my shirt and pants and everything off to the next guy as much as anybody else.
Yeah.
So when do you leave for DC?
Yeah.
I feel like everybody is nicer to Phil when he's not here.
Yeah, people are getting ready to be nicer to him when he was gone. Now he came back and they're confused. They're like, so what are we doing? Are we being mean to Phil? Are we being nice to Phil? I don't know where we go with this. It's very confusing. And, quite frankly, I don't care if it's confusing. You people just get over it. Phil's here. He's hanging out today. He, again, doing us a favor. We're not doing him a favor.
Right.
He's doing us a favor. So be nice to Phil. I do what I want.
Welcome to
you
the
guys
life.
Be nice.
Welcome to the life that all my exes have become accustomed to. Are we being nice? Are we being mad about it? What are we doing?
It's a hard one to gauge, I'm sure. All right, so let me get caught up on the text line, and let's start talking some NFL quarterbacks and stuff. Let's see here. Ukul the Mock says, okay, gentlemen, game on. Get ready for some straight fire on your loser-ass teams. You take on my Texans, I'm taking your teams down.
Straight fire on our loser-ass teams?
Loser-ass teams, Randy.
You got the Texans, man. Really? Come on. Average Joe says, is Phil back? Did he get fired? That's the second time someone's asked, and the answer is still no.
No.
I had somebody direct message me. Donnie he said, did Phil get fired? No, Phil did not get fired. Phil was always going to move on and go to this other job with the satellite network. So everybody calm down. Let's see. Horgon says, hey, Phil's back. I can sleep at night. By the way, my last prostate exam, the doctor, he was new and I wasn't thrilled. His comment, would you have felt better if I'd have given you chocolates and wine or something? Yeah, that's not ever a good thing.
Yeah, listen, a pro tip, if you go into the room to get your digital exam and they turn on Barry White, run.
Yeah, that's good at all.
Yeah.
Fubar 1000 says, Grill Master General Randy.
Yeah.
How do you cook baby back ribs in a grill so that they're nice and tender and not tough and chewy? What's the secret?
Well, you got to watch the temperature that you have. I'm actually going to do that this weekend. I took some out of the freezer. I'm going to have some baby back. Actually, not baby backs, St. Louis ribs, but the baby back ribs. You just got to watch your temperature. You got to take them off at the right temperature. You want to probably. Do you like sauce? You might want to kind of put some sauce on them as they're cooking and let that get in there. Yeah.
Hold on a second, Randy. Phil, don't. Because I know the next thing you're start saying, I like the sauce. I got the sauce. You like the sauce? I like the sauce. That commercial drove me to drink more. So I don't need to. I haven't heard that. I saw the look in your face. I know what you were thinking.
I haven't heard that since. Did you kill that? Did you kill that like you killed Ashley?
Who, me?
Yes.
Sorry. Go ahead, Randy. Continue. Sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, and also, make sure you're watching them. You don't want to have the. What do you call it? The temperature too hot. You've got to really, really pay attention. Baby back ribs are very delicate, so I would say probably put your smoker at 225. You're going to want to if you have a, like I said, if you have a sauce. You want to spread that on there. You don't want to overdo it and pull them off. When the ribs start separating, you start seeing that bone at the bottom of the rib there, and the meat's kind of pulling back, and you're seeing more of that bone. That's probably the time to take those babies off.
There you go. 888-368-1580. Robert Surprise says, worried about the draft on Saturday. I'm going to be driving home from New Mexico. Listen, man, nothing I can do. If you can talk your league into adjusting the time, then I will go ahead and adjust the time of your league for you. But worse things have happened than somebody auto drafting.
Yeah, just be glad that it's not an auction draft, and you can at least go ahead and put in those rankings beforehand, and you got a shot to get some people that you like.
Yeah, that's a good tip. Robert Surprise also says a good tip for cooking ribs is to wrap them in aluminum foil with butter. It'll break down the fibers.
Oh yeah, and you let them smoke for about an hour, and really get good and smoky. Then wrap them up in some aluminum foil, and then when you pull them off, don't go right in and start cutting them up. Let them sit. Let them sit for about 45 minutes to an hour. Let those juices kind of retract back into the meat. Oh, they'll be moist and yummy. Yeah, that's a good point.
I went to Outback Steakhouse the other night and got ribs. I think they fry them. Is that somewhat standard?
Yeah, could be. So I've heard some restaurants
were they good?
Fry their ribs, but
the sauce was really good, and I liked the fact that it had a little bit of a crunch, but it was very weird that first bite. I was like,
they may not have fried them. They may have pan seared them,
or because it's Outback Steakhouse, they use 7 tons of salt on everything. That might have just been crusted from that.
Could be.
All right, 888-368-1580. I missed a few texts earlier. Bruno Baller says, hey, Randy, Stacy's mom has got it going on.
Yeah.
What's Miss Trevor's Lawrence's mom look like?
Seriously? A-Wings 22 says, hey, guys, if you want to talk real baseball, there's an AL East team who's won 11 games in a row and 10 consecutive series.
Stop reading. He's talking about the Yankees.
I know, and I hate them. I was getting there.
And we actually mentioned that already. So there.
Rattlers fan says, if the Arizona Rattlers played the Texans, it would go 57-55. Rattlers. Wow. There's no way, Rattlers. Can I just stop you? Come on, let's be realistic. Arizona Rattlers fan, I know you love the Rattlers, and I know you think the world of them, but 57-55, more like 57-7 Rattlers. Come on, man. It's the Texans. I think Ookle's going to turn off the radio any minute.
Yep. I'm sure.
Yep.
Kiss the Cook says, you can pick 3 parts of a cookie, what your wife gave you, the chewed part or the processed part. What? I don't even understand that one.
Wow.
Hamilton Porter says, Randy, were you this passionate about the mustache when he was thrown against ASU back in the day?
Yes, I was. I felt like he was one of the best quarterbacks in the league. All kidding aside, Gardner Minshew has got a terrific arm. He's very smart, very bright about football, and I think this guy's got a future in the NFL. I'm just sorry he's with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he didn't end up somewhere like with maybe the Patriots or some other team, the 49ers. One of those teams, I think he would have been a very, very good starting quarterback.
You know what, to Randy's point, if ever you go back and look at Baker Mayfield and Gardner Minshew's numbers side by side, and you weren't to be told which is which, they're very comparable. They're incredibly comparable to one another. And that's a difference in where you're drafted.
And also, if you sit in a dark room and you say Gardner Minshew's name 3 times, the next morning you wake up with a mustache and a mullet.
How about that? I'm going to try that tonight.
Minshew man.
So Chief would just get a mustache? Is that what?
Let's see here.
It's already got the mullet going.
He's already got the mullet.
Kyle G says, no insult to Gardner. Phil, thank you for clarifying my point earlier. But Jeffrey, I picked your Colts this week for the contest. Lastly, girls, check your boobies, and men, check your booties. All right, that should go on a t-shirt.
Booties? Check your booties?
Well, it's the avenue that you get to check the prostate. And you should check your booties for the colonoscopy for the colon cancer thing there, too,
Yeah.
Baby Got Dak says, Jeffrey, I'm fine in League 4. Thought I heard you say something about League 8 needing somebody. Flying Monkeys and I work together and then come home together. And since the pandemic, we can't do a lot of our own separate activities we used to do. I need space. Hey, we don't want to catch the COVID. And now we're drafting one position from each other, 4 and 5. Every other round, one of us is going to be mad at the other for drafting the player the other one wanted.
Actually, that's funny. That is funny. Got a point.
This is what I was hoping for. When I put Roll Tide Ryan and Roll Tide Carrot in the same league together, same thing. I love this. I love this, baby guy.
Because they'll still listen, even though if they made divorce, whatever that is.
Hey, listen, your relationship can't stand up to fantasy football. That thing was going to go south anyway.
Have you
so
ever
I
watched
take no
the show The League that was on
I love
FX? Many relationships get tested by fantasy football.
Absolutely right. But I believe in you, baby got Dak. You guys can get through this. Beer Bob says, I am totally confused. Phil's hanging out today? Wait, did Phil leave the blender? What the hell's going on over there? Gee whiz. It's not like we haven't talked about it every segment for like 4 or 5 days. It's not like we haven't said Keon is the new guy. I don't know why people have... what are you guys listening in a dotted line? I mean, come on. I think we've made it pretty clear. Phil is going on to his other job, which he was always going to do, and Keon is the new guy. But Phil is still going to fill in and hang out every now and then and have some fun with us. So don't overthink it, guys. Hefty Lefty says, it's really difficult picking all 18 weeks before the season starts. I mean, how am I supposed to pick who wins between the Jags and the Texans week 1? It's a good point, but I'd go Jags. Robert in Surprise says, I think this is the year Derek Carr throws 40 touchdowns, half of them against the Broncos.
Oh, God.
Wow.
In
Robert
2 games,
Surprise,
20 touchdowns.
You might be right.
Oh, stop. Their defense is phenomenal.
Random Texter says, if you want to talk real baseball, watch the Little League World Series. No better baseball on TV right now. Hell with the Major League Baseball.
I got a problem with that. I'm watching that right now, and they keep cutting to this kid and this reporter blowing up balloons from their nostrils.
Yeah, they keep they do those.
What are they doing?
What do you expect? It's ESPN. They don't know what the hell they're doing out there. You just cover the game. These kids. That is the You're exactly right. That is the absolute starting point of baseball. That's what got me in baseball, playing Little League. I loved every second of it, and that's why I'm a baseball fan today. And you guys want to say that our sport is dying on the vine. It's too long. It's boring. Yeah, you just look at the Little League World Series. I think you'll have a whole different perspective on the game of baseball.
You think you could dominate a Little League World Series now, Randy?
I could dominate it right now?
Yeah, do you think you could? Could you go out there and go for yard against a 13-year-old?
I think you could go for yard against a 13-year-old.
Well, I don't know what you mean. Are you saying at my age right now in my physical shape that I could go? Hell no.
Wow.
I think I could.
Well, you're in better shape than I am.
Oh no, I'm just a little bit younger. I'm still in horrible shape.
But you're geared for it. You're wearing shorts today.
I mean, you got to understand they're only 40 feet away from you throwing those pitches. They do these pitch calibrations. And they do this sort of math where this kid throws a fastball and they have up their MLB speed, 98. That's how fast these kids get the ball on you from that 40-foot pitcher's mound away from.
Whoa. The kids aren't throwing 98, but they are adjusting it.
Yeah, it's a major league adjust. It's a mathematics equation, and they
what's the equation? What's 98 miles an hour in real?
Well, if the kid's throwing like 70 or 69 or something, they equate that up and they do the figuring, and it comes out to be 98 on the major league scale.
All I know is this.
I guess because they're adjusting for the size of the field and the
the length. Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like funny.
Even when I was 12, if some jackass reporter came over and says, "You want to blow some balloons up with your nose?" I'd probably say, "Get the bleep out of here."
I would have hit him with my bat.
Yeah, it's right in the shin, just clank right there. It's like you should have some padding. Maybe you should learn.
Cup check, bang.
Oh, yeah. I mean, come on, man. That's even when I was a kid, I'd have thought that was dumb. Fubar 1000 says, thanks, Randy, for the tips on the grill there. Just getting ready for the NFL season. Ribs, beer, 420 chocolate donuts. Go Cats. Go Cats.
Go Cats.
Go Cats. I accidentally said it.
God.
I accidentally said it.
Jeffrey.
You know what we have to do to cleanse the palate? Okay, just balance it out.
Yeah, can we hit the ASU theme song too while we're at it?
The ASU
I
theme,
slipped on that one.
Please.
Oh, yeah, let me get over there to the ASU theme song.
I don't think the Go Devils Go guy is enough. What I just did there, just slipped.
You had
right out
no
my
ounce
mouth.
of disdain.
Where did my ASU theme song go? I know.
Did Josh make it to your house?
Hmm.
Did Josh?
What happens here is it was a Trojan horse, Jeffrey. He said NFL, and then worked the Go Cats right behind it.
Yeah, I blew that one, man. I mean, like a whole lot of years of never saying it. We should have hit the dump button on that. See, Keon, if you were new, if you weren't new, you'd have just hit the dump button on that.
Yeah.
He does say, as much as I hate to admit this, but stupid ASU just scored another touchdown, and the season hasn't even started yet. Way to go, Jeb. Even you Arizona fans are not happy with what's going on with that football squad right now. That's music for my ears. There you go. When it's over, hit my Go Sun Devils Go guy again. Just to put the cherry on top, please.
All right, we'll do.
And that's a great song right there, huh, Keon?
Lovely song.
There you go.
Warms the cockles of your heart.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's even more.
One more. I think we're all refreshed now. We're all refreshed
Nicely
now.
done.
There we
Hey,
go.
Keon, do you need a little bevo in there? Do you want a little bevo on that? Is that your guy? Is that your guy?
Yeah.
Is that go ahead, Randy?
There it is.
There you go. So there, a little something for you. Anything but not doing that. I can't believe I did that. I apologize profusely. I'm a little tired. I'm gonna admit it. I'm a little
He's
tired.
a little tired, but he was deceitful there. He walked you into that. That was a little unfair.
No, he always tries to, and I've always missed it. So that's on me. It really is. Roll Tide Kara says, all right, that's it. Roll Tide Ryan's going down. Yeah, Roll Tide Kara, I saw how you played last year. Yeah, you're going to have to do a lot better this year. Killer Rabbit says, I'm going to miss you, Filthy, my Bronco brother.
Absolutely.
There's some Phil love for you right there.
I think I'm up to 3.
Whoop, whoop. Boomer Sooner says, great, Jeffrey. So now I get to say, welcome back, Phil. Good luck, Phil. Welcome back, Phil. Good luck, Phil. Take care of yourself, Phil. Oh, welcome back, Phil. Oh, yeah. Ukla says, don't worry, guys. As soon as I think of something to say smart, it's coming your way.
We're waiting, anticipating.
Beer Bob says, well, okay. Welcome, Keon. I haven't been able to listen for the past few days. All right, Beer Bob, we forgive you. Beer helps. Just the tip says, I said forever. That's the Little League World Series is the most best sport ever invented. Right now, Hawaii needs to win one big game to be in position to change the world of the Little League World Series.
Wow.
That's drastic.
Good Cat says, Neon, Keon, horns up, baby.
Horns up.
Yeah, but don't call him Neon. Keon. He doesn't like that. Fubar 1000 says, damn it, Keon, you're fired. No more as crap. I can't spell it out. I don't understand what he's upset about, but
I don't either.
Mad at you.
Maybe he's a Sooners fan.
Robert in Surprise says, well, I found one idiot on the 10 freeway westbound. He's sideways in the center divider. Now the I-10 westbound at I-19 is at 19th Avenue is closed.
Oh.
Yeah, so I guess a little traffic report for you right there. King of Kittens says, hey, Phil, it's soccer all-star game. Okay, I'm just going to stop you right there.
No, thank you.
MLS versus Liga MX.
La Liga.
Yeah. Not soccer. That's who we got. Not soccer. I got a little off track there. What time is it? Oh, geez. See, if only it was somebody would tell me it was time for break.
I did.
Did you?
He did.
Did you?
I did.
I guess I probably should have been watching. Anyway, whatever the case, he said, she said, whatever. When we come back, by God, we're talking NFL quarterbacks. I don't even care. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Are we ready for the 5:30 pickup?
Cam's Courier Service's newest hire delivered his resignation.
Hey, Ray, who's handling
She now needs next day shipping on a new driver.
all these boxes here? Are they ingoing or are they outgoing?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm Cisco Miranda, owner of Miranda Delivery Service. As a business owner, my job is to provide the best quality service for our customers. Affinity Technology helped us reinvent our business processes, using technology to make us more efficient. I didn't know I needed technology consulting, but my ROI has been off the charts. Affinity Technology has saved us more than 80 man-hours a week and has helped me get back to what I do best, focus on my customers. Visit atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com and see how better technology processes can help your small business.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And listen, we've all been hearing about Valley Medical Weight Loss for quite some time now. We've been hearing about how easy they make it to lose weight and keep it off. And we've been hearing about how convenient it is to visit one of their free Valley locations. And we've heard these other guys on the radio station here have success. Yeah, I've heard about it too. So I've joined in and I've already lost 6 pounds in just a couple of weeks. I am so glad I gave Valley Medical Weight Loss a try, and you will be too. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com. And remember, mention Fanatic and you'll get your first week free.
We're on a mission to connect every Arizona service member, veteran, and their families to the support and resources they deserve to make sure that there are no barriers to the benefits and services earned through service to our country. Find out how we can assist you in Arizona. Visit connectveterans.org or call 866-4AZ-VETS right now to learn more. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, the Arizona Department of Veterans Services, and Arizona's Be Connected partners.
It's weird to hear a spot for Harmon Solar when it's cloudy or rainy out, right? That doesn't happen very often here in Phoenix, does it? We get over 300 days of sunshine every year. And those other days, well, even then, your solar panels are pulling every last dime they can out of that sun. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. These are people you can trust. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
It's time again for the Harmon Solar 1580, the Fanatic NFL Pick'em Contest.
Send your picks each week
To see if you are this year's Cascade
picker.
Sign up at 1580thefanatic.com.
Play against the Fanatic Air Staff and all the listeners.
You can score the grand prize of $1,580 or the second place prize of $500.
Provided by our friends at Harmon Solar.
Sign up today at 1580thefanatic.com.
The Harmon Solar 1580, the Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest.
Exclusively from your home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56 in Arizona.
Uh-oh. Where'd Phil go?
Boy, I don't know. Maybe you got mad left.
Oh, I bet he's rummaging through your refrigerator, getting the rest of them Oreos out.
Oh, no.
Phil's like a bear at a campsite. He just goes in, if there's food, it's gone now, man. Hey, it's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And I'm still getting emails from people saying, hey, I want to be in the fantasy football. So listen, if we get enough people saying they want to be in the fantasy football, we'll go ahead and open up another league. I want to make sure everybody has a chance to play in a Daily Blender fantasy football league. So if you're on the fence, you're like, oh, yeah, I don't know. Do it. Just do it. Send an email, blender@1580thefanatic.com. We'll put you into a fantasy football league. It's just fun. And listen, if you win your league, you'll get $100. So there you go, a little extra something for the bragging rights. And you also get like a little trophy thing. So it doesn't cost you a damn penny. Just go right now to your email machine, blender@1580thefanatic.com, and say, Jeffrey, I wants to play the fantasy football, please. I'm not limber as I used to be, Randy. I've learned that. Okay. I was able earlier. We were talking about it. You saw how I got my leg up to here.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit wobbly. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Used to be back in the day, I could stand there and lift up a leg and do that matrix move. You know how he would put his leg up like this and then move it like across, like back and forth. I could do that while I'm talking to somebody, and I was always like, "Damn right." Now I can watch the Matrix. I can turn it on, and then what I do is the recliner goes like that. I can't turn it and move it, but my leg is still up.
And tell me, is that chair in your house kind of like the one in my house where it's magic? When you put the feet up, the eyes go shut as well?
Not yet. No, I don't have that attachment. I wish I did.
Oh, yeah. As soon as I hit the feet up, man, it's lights out. Yeah, game over.
Can I just tell you, I envy anybody who could sit in a chair and just fall asleep in it. My God, if it's light outside, I have the hardest time falling asleep. But
Not
man,
me.
I wish I could do that.
Not me.
Hey, look at that. There's Phil. He's got that Oreo dust
there,
in the corners of his lips there.
Cheating there,
Got a
Phil.
little Oreo dust there, Phil.
It's not my fault. You guys earlier were talking about cream and sauce and everything, and I couldn't be helped.
Well, those were double stuffed Oreos you brought in. So, are there any left? Are they completely gone now?
It's best we move along to quarterbacks.
Fine. And that's what I want to talk about right now, ladies and gentlemen. NFL quarterbacks, okay? And before we do, let me just stop for 2 seconds about the Arizona Cardinals. You heard about this, Randy. Robert Alford, he might be going on the COVID reserve list. And but the other part is Luke Barku is probably going to get re-signed. Or they have re-signed.
I mean, that's good. The team was going to fall into absolute chaos if Luca Bardu, Arku, what was the guy? Badu. What's the guy's name?
Emphasis on the B. Like an owl.
Yeah. Well, I'm really glad that happened.
He's a cornerback, in case you didn't know.
Well,
Luke Barku.
Well, Barku, he could play any position on the damn field. He just chooses to play cornerback.
Yeah. He could even be quarterback if he wanted to be.
By the way, Luke is spelled L-U-Q. It's the French Luke. Oh, Luke Barku. And then Cliff Kingsbury just wants you guys to know something.
Yeah?
Kyler Murray does not need to play this weekend. He's ready to go.
All right.
It's time to rise up.
All right.
No decision yet, but he doesn't need to. We're good.
I actually had someone talk to me today about Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
And
was
about
it a short
his
conversation?
And there's your whistle, Phil.
You couldn't just let him have his moment, Phil.
Actually, thought there was some sort of quarterback competition going on in camp, and thought got my opinion on if I thought Kyler Murray was going to start this year.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding. I'm as serious as a heart attack.
So what it is? So somebody watched preseason and saw Kyler Murray with first team, and then he saw Colt McCoy was second, and Strebler with third, and then Strebler looked really good, and that made them think, oh, well, that they ought to do is go with Strebler, right?
Well, they actually were leaning more in Colt McCoy's direction. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
We've seen Colt be a starter before. It has not gone well.
I got this.
Brown.
So your friend.
Yes.
Don't tell me their name.
No,
just tell us how long have they been in a coma? That's relevant.
Well, and then the other thing that I heard today, which I thought was extremely odd, Larry Fitzgerald's not coming back because he and Kyler Murray had an argument, and Larry is not going to play football anymore.
Who told you this?
Yeah, who said that?
I'm not saying a damn word. I said I heard it somewhere, and I'm protecting the innocent.
Is this person reputable or just drinking a lot and having opinions?
Yeah, reputable, good people. Yeah.
I didn't ask if they were good people. I just are these people in the know?
Well, I think they are casual fans and just wanted my take on number one, Kyler Murray. Is he going to start for the Cardinals? I said, well, yes.
Let me tell you something right now.
And Larry Fitzgerald, I heard he's not coming back because he and Kyler got into a big argument.
Let me explain something to you. First off, Larry Fitzgerald is a saint.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no argument because I can guarantee you without a shadow of a doubt, Larry Fitzgerald would never stoop to that level.
Yeah. Well,
he never raised his voice.
He's not a petty individual, as far as I know.
Because Kyler missed it.
Yes. I heard you, and here's your whistle.
I like that Randy tried to be the bigger man there and just ignore it, and we stopped the entire conversation.
I just needed one person to get it.
Well, I was going to tell you, but I know what you jackals and fools would do if I shared with you the exact quote this person asked me about Larry Fitzgerald and Kyler Murray.
Because Kyler Murray got short with Larry Fitzgerald. Was that what they said?
No, that's another one right there. No.
Then I don't know what it was.
That he and Kyler did not see eye to eye. There, you got it out of me, you jackals. Oh, man. You bunch of damn laughing hyenas. There you go. Poor innocent person.
Well, on to my Colts. So Carson Wentz, 3 days in practice.
Yeah.
And Frank Reich is saying all positive. He's looking good. His foot's doing fine. He's going to be probably our week 1 starter. So
there you go.
That looks good, at least, to have somebody somewhat competent under center, but I still say close to 500 team. Maybe the playoffs. Maybe not. I don't know. I have no confidence right now. So,
Keon, do you think Carson Wentz with the Colts 500 team? Maybe.
I think they're above 500.
Huh?
Well, they have to
I
be.
think
Unless
so
it's a tie,
too.
but yeah, I think they'll have more wins than losses, but that barely. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's the other way around. I don't have any confidence that Carson Wentz is A, going to play great, and then B, not get injured. That's just a fact. I'm not blue-hooing. I ain't trying to say nothing. I'm just saying.
If Frank Reich can get his mechanics back to the way they were his rookie season and get his confidence up, because I think that, to me, Carson is more mentally fragile than physically fragile. That's the part of him that I worry about the most. Yeah, I think he got to the point where he was just overthinking things. He was trying to win by himself in Philadelphia, and that's where it all sort of came off the tracks. If you can get him back to the point where he's sound mechanically and he's not trying to do everything with this defense that Indianapolis has, that could be a pretty decent team.
Well, here's the thing. Is so, how many years has Carson Wentz been in the league? Okay. That's a relevant question, because the
5 or
further,
6.
Okay. So there is a chance that he can be talked down off the ledge and brought back to good by a good quarterback coach. The other part, though, you can't help but have that air of desperation if you're Frank Reich, because if he blows it with another quarterback like this, then he starts to be on a hot seat. So can Frank Reich coach Carson Wentz to being okay up in the cabeza there, so that he can play some steady football and actually make a difference for this Colts team? I'm skeptical.
We'll have to see, because he hasn't had like the best quarterbacks to really work with. Carson Wentz is definitely the most talented guy that he's got outside of, Phillip Rivers, but Phillip Rivers, they went to the playoffs last year and had a real chance to do something. So this is, outside of Phillip Rivers, the most talented quarterback he's had the chance to work with.
Yeah, I don't think he got to ever really actually coach Andrew Luck.
No. He was there the year that Andrew Luck left.
Right. He was around and then got to see the weepy neckbeard go ahead and call it quits. And then that was it for him.
The weepy neckbeard?
Oh, yeah. He's all blubbering up there. Shut up.
That's his own quarterback, too.
Yeah.
That's what I feel about his own
If there's
quarterback.
anybody to look the other way on, it'd be your own quarterback. But wow.
I keep telling you, man, I am consistent, if nothing else.
That's true.
Lacrosse guy says, I also heard that Larry and Murray, Kyler just wouldn't take Larry's advice. So kind of blew off Larry's advice.
Where did you hear this? And this is information that's new to my ears.
So you're saying
heard anything like that?
That Larry Fitzgerald got frustrated because he tried to give Kyler Murray advice, but Kyler Murray just would not listen to it. And there's no short joke in there. So yeah, that's an interesting take. Big George says, great. So according to Randy's sources, it's Kyler Murray's fault that Larry Fitzgerald didn't come back this year. Well, I hope it's not the case, because that would be so short-sighted by Larry to let a little disagreement get in the way of becoming an all-time receiving yards leader.
There you go. I never said these are sources. I said people talk to me about these two specific. People talk to me all day. I'm not sequestered away in a cave living like a hermit. I do things on occasion where people they like to ask me questions when they find out what I do for a living. And once I tell them I'm done laying pipe, then they like to talk sports. So listen, the bottom line is these are not my sources. I do not claim them as sources, Big George. Get your facts straight, sir.
Well, technically, they're a source. If it's somebody who told you something and then you quote them, technically, they're a source. Maybe not a legitimate.
No, I heard source. I heard these two discussions.
I also heard that Steve Keim likes to make sweet love to the goalpost on a weekly basis. I heard somebody say that.
Oh,
which end zone?
But I can't. You know what? I don't want to betray my source. Bruno
Was it
Baller,
a random message board or what?
I'm not saying nothing, Keon.
Okay.
I ain't saying that. I'm not going to betray you that way. Bruno Baller says, I heard from a guy who said he heard from a guy that heard from another guy that what Randy said about Larry Fitzgerald. Correct.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just Tip says, Randy. Okay, Randy. Okay. Maybe Kyler is too short, but sweet mother of baby Jesus and all Navy ships at sea, I can only name 4 other quarterbacks that I'd rather have on my team.
Yeah, I agree.
Lacrosse guy says, let's just say one of Larry's sons plays lacrosse. Bam! Insider source.
Wow.
Fubar 1000 says, no, Kyler just got short with Larry. Wasn't the other way around. Well, can you blow the whistle for him on this one? I think Josh Rosen's the answer for the Colts. Shut up.
He's not with the Colts. Where did he sign on?
Falcons.
Falcons, yeah.
Could you blow the whistle on Fubar for that one? I don't
Okay.
like you. Thank you. Let's see here. Swave Dave says, who got the source? I am the source. You got the source? I am the source. I hate you. I hate you so much right now.
So good.
Blissful Hayes says, I'd like to be in the drawing for Rattlers tickets. Oh, geez, I got to do that.
Don't forget to give away those Rattler tickets.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Blissful Hayes, you get to be the first person in, and we'll go ahead and do it now. All right, everybody, send in a text. If you want them Rattler tickets, say, I want to be in the drawing for the Rattler tickets. Send in your text, 888-368-1580. And in about 10 minutes, I'll use my random number generator from all the texts we get in to determine who gets those tickets. So, yes, if you want the Rattlers tickets, send me a text now. Boogie says, I told you guys all in June that Larry will not come back because according to people I know close to the organization, Larry and Kyler do not have a good relationship. I want you to stop and think about that long and hard for a minute. They do not have a relationship. I don't get what he's trying to say.
Me neither.
Makes
I
sense,
expected
though,
from Boogie, some sort of hidden gem. Somewhere he used, think about this long and hard. Wonder if that was it. Was that the key?
Is he trying to, I'll tell you what, though, it doesn't seem like a relationship because he doesn't throw the ball very much. I always wondered why. Maybe that's it.
No.
Boogie also says that Gardner Damn Minshew should be starting.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer is going to get Lawrence killed. That offensive line can block as well as Manti-Te'o's girlfriend. The offensive line can block like Phil can pick starting quarterbacks in the preseason.
Yeah.
That offensive line is so bad the Kardashian sisters can stay on their feet longer.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my.
I will say, though.
I mean, what a flurry was that?
Wow. Yeah, that was
Nobody
like a
was spared.
series of Manny Pacquiao punches, but when he was in his prime, not this last Saturday when he got his butt kicked. That is a lot. But I will say about Trevor Lawrence, because everybody's talking about him potentially getting killed behind that offensive line.
Yeah.
He's more mobile than Gardner Minshew. They ran the ball a lot with Trevor Lawrence at Clemson.
Well, but he almost got himself killed in that last game. Even Urban Meyer's like, yeah, I kind of like to see him slide, please.
He doesn't know how. I've been watching him this whole preseason. He doesn't know how to slide. He's tried. It looks bad.
He's worried about what'll happen to his hair, I guess, because he's going to get himself killed. He got helicoptered in there a little bit.
Maybe he's worried he'll be, slid down on his hair and then it'll pull out. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you should put it up in a man bun or something. And I don't know. Yeah. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, I'll have my random number generator set and ready to go. And we'll go ahead and pick who gets those Arizona Rattler tickets for Sunday's playoff game against the Sioux Falls Susie Sue and the Banshees. That's right. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Having some starting trouble? We can help you out. Let's start with a free battery test. If you just need a charge, we can help with that too. And if you need a new battery, we've got a wide selection of replacement batteries starting at just $79.99. And we're the only place you can find proven tough Duralast batteries, including Duralast Platinum. with AGM and EFB technology. That's why we're America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2020.
Summertime tips from Paul, Kristen, and Dexter at Total Wine and More.
Topping your burger with grilled onions and blue cheese? Take it to the next level with Carbon Cabernet Reserve, rated 92 points, an incredible value.
And nothing beats a buttery Chardonnay with grilled corn on the cob.
Feeling adventurous? Come on in. Let's try a smoky mezcal for mind-blowing margaritas.
Now you can order delivery for as low as $4.99 for a limited time. Find out if your area qualifies at TotalWine.com. Drink responsibly, B21.
Hey there, you low interest rate mortgage lovers. If you have great credit and are good with your money, I guarantee you're in the wrong loan. Maybe it's time to learn what thousands in the Valley have already figured out. On a Life Changer loan, you can pay off your mortgage in under 5 years without changing one dime of your spending habit. Plus, your monthly payments are cheaper than what you pay now. It's not magic, it's just math. So check us out at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
If you're considering refinancing or getting a home loan, listen up. This is Dale Hellestray, and when you need a mortgage, the team I use is led by my good friend, Jeff Locks. And here's why. Jeff and his team negotiate with over 50 lenders to find the best possible deal. Your home has gone way up in value over the past year, so why not utilize your home equity to reduce your monthly expenses or even pay off some debts? Interest rates are still at all-time lows, and if you obtained your current mortgage prior to 2020, you can save a lot of money. Here's the best part. There's absolutely no lender fees. Jeff is truly Arizona's low-cost lender with over 30 years of experience. So call Jeff Locks, and if Jeff can't save you money, you'll get a free $50 Amazon gift card. This is a winning play, so call Jeff today, 480-202-0692. That's 480-202-0692.
Jeff Locks, NMLS number 1003782, National Mortgage License number 181106, Bear Financial Group, AZMB-09047774, Equal Housing Opportunity. Contractors need bonds, and the professionals at Constructors Bonding have been Arizona's leading surety management team for 40 years. We don't just deliver bonds, we make your bonding better. As the #1 producer with 14 markets, Constructors Bonding has the relationships and expertise to get you better capacity, better rates, and better terms. For better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929. Or visit cbialliance.com.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Live and local. David Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. I got tired. I was dancing. I don't know the hell I was thinking there. I keep forgetting I'm out of shape. Fubar 1000 says, great show today. Just need another hour, my friend. No, we don't. Not doing 4 hours. I've told you that before. Not unless Radio Ron backs up a Brinks truck to my door and we all get paid. Beer Bob says, I want them Rattler tickets, but I can't make it on Sunday. Can you see if they'll move the game maybe to Saturday?
It's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, I can't do it. Don't have time. But are you ready to do the random number generator?
All right, let's do this.
Who wins the tickets? All right, so Keon, I'm going to put this. Oops, now I got another person who wants in. I'm going to put that person in. Okay, up or down, Keon? Up. Okay, because I'm going to count up or I'm going to count down whatever the random number generator gives me out of these numbers of people. So here we go, and I got you T-Dub Az.
There we go.
Quad.
T-Dub-A-Z.
T-Dub-A-Z. Yeah, I can't remember. All right, here we go. Here comes the generator, so you can hear it. Okay, the number is 6. Let's count. And you said, would you say up or down?
I said up.
All right, so we're going to go up from there. And let's see here. Sorry, my screen keeps moving. 1, 2.
This is wonderful.
Phil, you
radio.
can't be in this. Phil put his name in. So I want to be in the Arizona Rattlers locker room. No, Phil. No.
Ooh.
3, 4, 5, 6. You got to be kidding me. Okay, now people are going to say that it's rigged. Roll Tide Ryan gets the tickets for the Arizona Rattlers, and it happens to be his birthday. I swear to you, this was on the up and up. I went 6 up. Like Keon said,
I'm not even in the same place as Jeffrey. I mean, how we couldn't collude that at all.
We had so many weird coincidences on numbers and statistics. When I did the Oreo cookie thing, we had a weird thing where the 11th and the 12th person on the list were the last ones picked in the draft. That was a very bizarre thing. So congratulations. And I promise everybody, this was not rigged. And Radio Ron says, yeah, those are really good seats, by the way. I think in the first 10 rows, don't hold me to it because I've been drinking, the whiskey and all that. But still, this should be some pretty good seats. Hey, Keon, you've sat in those seats. They're pretty good seats or what?
They're very good seats. Yeah. I mean, you are right.
Like within about 10 rows, right?
Yeah, within 10 rows. Yeah.
There you go. So Radio Ron is correct. So happy birthday, Roll Tide Ryan. And I mean, don't thank me. That was the random number generator that did that for you. So that's not a good look for us. Now everybody's going to yell rigged. And that's exactly what they're doing. Pink Kitten says, rigged. I want those tickets. Dude, you didn't even put your name in for the tickets. You weren't even in the drawing. You had your chance. Megatron says, picture above was from an interview in July from Bleacher Report. And I guess Larry definitely dislikes Kyler Murray. He says, communicate. The great quarterbacks are great at talking to their guys on the sidelines. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, they're constantly communicating, trying to get on the same page. And that's according to Larry Fitzgerald. Notice he did not name the Arizona Cardinals quarterback. Interesting. Big George says, it's not rigged. It's just luck. King Kitten says, I said I want Phoenix Rising tickets. Oh, we don't have any of those. Even Roll Tide Kara just yelled rigged. What the hell? Robert in Surprise says, didn't we have a texter once who was trying out for the Arizona Rattlers? Oh, yeah. Whatever happened to that guy? I think he got mad at me at some point about something. Good Cat says, Keon deserves a raise for not being Phil. All right. Fubar 1000 says, Diamondbacks losing again. What if the Diamondbacks pick up Kyler Murray? Are we too many games short to make a difference?
There you go.
Boogie says, also weird statistical anomaly. If you're a texter that wins in the Premier League, you end up picking 12th the following year. I know. I swear to God, that wasn't on purpose. It was just complete dumb luck. You saw, my wife was involved with the entire process, so it's on the up and up. And even then, I resent that people think I would screw with it. I never would. I would never violate the integrity of a fantasy football draft, team, game, or anything.
I just like to believe that if you did screw with the integrity of the fantasy football draft, you'd give yourself better than 9th place. That's what I like to think.
Well, or that's what I want you to think, because I'm crazy like a fox. No, of course not. I would get like 4 or 5 or something.
You wouldn't give yourself first because that'd be too suspicious, but you'd give yourself 5th or
somewhere
something
in that range where Randy ended up, or you ended up, you lucky bastards. And poor Phil. Phil's in the same boat I am because he's running the commissioner team in League 5. So him and I are sitting there with the 9th pick. How do you like your chances with the 9th pick there, Phil?
I actually feel fantastic. Specifically saying,
I didn't say that on any pick.
No, I would not have. I think the dead man zone is about 5th through 7th. That's like a really poor place because you're actually having to make decisions on running backs you don't feel great about. Whereas if you're at number 3, you kind of feel forced. Okay, I get Christian McCaffrey, I get Dalvin Cook, I get Alvin Kamara. One of those 3 guys are going to be there for me, and I don't have to make the decision. But if I'm there on the turn, number 9, right before the turn, so I get two picks really close to each other, chances are that I'm going to be able to get somebody that I really wanted in that range. I'm actually quite happy with this.
All right. Well, that's an interesting take. That sounds like a silver lining kind of guy, if you ask me. Heavy Metal Maniac says, I didn't win the tickets, but I'm okay with that. Thanks, Jeffrey, for giving us at least a chance. And I'm grateful that I just had a chance. Yes, Heavy Metal Maniacs, I appreciate your spirit on that. Blissful Hayes says, Kyler's just mad at Larry for suggesting maybe he wears some stilts. Robert in Surprise says, I think the person that comes in last in each league should have to get a blender tattoo. I think you should all have to get blender tattoos. How about that?
On your butt cheeks.
Roll Tide Ryan, you need to go ahead and text me your email address and for good measure, your phone number. And they are going to email you those tickets. That's how that works. Good Cat says, I really wish Larry's tenure with Kyler wasn't so short. King of Kittens says, what about Big George's sports history? Oh, now we have another person hassling me for that. Boogie says it's not League 5. The Extraordinary Delta Blender Force League 5 is the name. No, it's not, Boogie. It's not. You're not changing the name of League 5. You guys all think you're doing it. You're not doing it. Bruno Baller says, I heard it from a guy who said he heard it from a guy who heard it from another guy that what Randy said about Larry Fitzgerald is true. Somebody else says it was a real REO Speedwagon thing you had going there, Randy. Heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who said Larry Fitzgerald is messing around. Hope he's not messing around with the Vikings.
No.
Blissful Hayes says, who is this filthy character? Good luck at Sirius XM, Phil.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And Roll Tide Ryan's email address is, I probably shouldn't read that out loud. Okay. I guess we have to do this. I was going to do a thing on mascots, but I'll have to do that tomorrow. See what happens. Everybody okay? Everybody's just kind of weird.
Everybody's good. Let's roll.
We're all here.
Ooh, my printer did not print the greens out very well.
There's green in the history?
No, the Philly Fanatic was supposed to be green.
Oh, that's like a Cookie Monster.
He looks blue
color. Yeah.
Honey, we need more ink. All right, it's time now, ladies and gentlemen, for On This Date in Big George's sports history.
I know a guy about that ink.
Back in the year 1979 in a Hollywood Stars versus the Media game played at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, Robin Williams, star of the hit television series Mork and Mindy, show where he played an alien, decided to run the bases backwards after he got a hit. The comedian explained that circling the bases clockwise was very common on the planet Orc, his character's home planet on the show. Back to me, Jeffrey.
You did that one time, only it wasn't bases.
Oh, I outdid that. I ran a mile backwards because there was a salesman at the station who was flapping his gums and about how fast he was. And I was like, dude, I could run a mile backwards faster than you can forwards. And he put himself up to the challenge and he lost.
No.
That is sad.
Can I tell you something though? My calves hurt so bad when that was over.
Yep.
I was in agony after that. I'm not even kidding. I mean, I was 23? So I mean, I could handle it, but that was just I probably shouldn't have done that.
Did you ever trip during that entire run?
I think I kind of stumbled a little bit, but
getting used to it.
You get into a rhythm, you get into a rhythm. And I'm not saying it was a scorchingly fast. You just slow and steady and having a good pace beats the guy who sprints and then goes, that was a bad decision. I'm 50. You know what I mean?
I never run backwards without feeling like a cornerback. I always feel like an NFL cornerback if ever I just start to get low and run back.
You feel like
I feel like an NFL cornerback.
You felt up a cornerback. What?
Oh, cornerback.
Cornerback.
What other reason would you have to run backwards outside of apparently a bet that someone could run faster than you running backwards?
I'm sure Phil has to run backwards a lot going, sorry. Something he said to somebody. King Kitten says, Randy, it's too damn hot. I hope this awful heat kills all the mosquitoes.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Dude, I got tore up by mosquitoes. I did a little work on the car this morning, and I was just in my driveway. I didn't really think that was a place where mosquitoes were going to get me.
Yeah.
I got right now 7 bites. I probably have Lyme disease, Zika virus,
probably,
whatever else.
Yeah. I mean, from the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randy White here. And the heat's going to remain for a bit throughout this week. 108 degrees currently. Excessive heat warning is in effect. But the next few days, we should get some relief. The low 100s by the weekend, early next week. Listen, guys, hang on. It's going to be 112 tomorrow and Friday. Start to decline over the weekend. And we should start seeing overnight temperatures get get down there too, down to the 70s by the end of next week. From the 1580, the Fanatic Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randy White. Back to you, Jeff. Go.
Thank you, Randy. Trevor Lawrence said something that was kind of dumb and probably not, I don't know, wasn't a good idea. So here's what it was. Somebody says, "Oh, hey, Trevor, how do you feel? Are you going to be starting?" And he says, "I'm excited for it. I'm grateful for it, but it really doesn't change much." Do you hear that? You can actually audibly hear Gardner Minshew glaring. Doesn't change much, huh? Doesn't change much, Mr. First Round pick.
Yeah,
Mr. I've been on this team for a while, and now you're just going to come in and you play bad in the preseason, and you get to start over me. No, that's fine.
I would say that Gardner Minshew is probably glaring for the first few moments, and then took a long, deep breath because he does not have to play behind that offensive line he's so familiar with from last season. So he's like, "Oh, well, go ahead, Tracy. Enjoy your starting. I'll be on the sidelines collecting money, holding a clipboard and wearing my ball cap."
Well, if you're right about that O-line, he's going to get to play sooner than later.
To be fair to Trevor Lawrence, we knew he was going to be the starter, right? Just because Urban Meyer decided he was going to pretend for 3 weeks, like his number one overall draft pick wasn't going to be the starter, he was going to be the starter.
Well, also, this comes from Trevor Lawrence. If you remember before getting drafted, when he was still somewhat in peril of not being the first round pick for some reason, the first overall pick, he also made the comment, "Well, football is not my everything. I have other things I could be doing."
Yeah.
What?
Okay. I want to see Phil glare before he leaves. Hey, Teddy Bridgewater, starting quarterback for the Broncos. It's official. Finally, Fangio has decided on Teddy Bridgewater.
I think I'm happy. I think with that decision, not with my quarterback situation, but with that decision.
The correct answer is just happy that the old man Fangio could finally make up his mind between a Swanson's Salisbury steak and a Swanson Swedish meatball microwave dinner.
Well,
That's basically it.
He didn't choose both quarterbacks, so I think he's on the right track.
Yeah, that's a start.
At least it's better than you, Arizona, all right? All right, guys, that's it for us. We'll be back in your radios again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Filthy Phil, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Everybody, have a great night. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.